Man.
Nah, dude, they call me the kangaroo.
Yeah. Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better ask about me, boy. Okay, Leroy and Tobin, host of the show, man. Still silly sauce when the show in. Till then, it's half moon open. Sometimes go takes like a snowman. No proof, I'm a lie about a molding. No proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded again. What is in store? Like under the seat of the driver's side floor, it's Gucci's galore. So many more from 6 in the Mars, never a bar. Man, if I'm honest, the damage is done. Silly sauce on unlimited funds. Join us on Twitch for unlimited fun. J-Fig and Marcos, you with it or what?
Tobin. Two who Tobin is.
Oh, thanks, Low Dog. And happy Friday, everybody. Welcome on in. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Hello, Leroy.
What's up?
Man. Big one today.
Big one today.
Big one today, dude.
Had a big one last night. Had to set the tone.
Pretty wild. Princeton, huh? You don't want to lose to Ivy League. There's something about it, you know? If you're going to lose to somebody, don't lose to Ivy League.
Wait, so who lost?
Arizona. They went down 2 seed. Lost to Princeton.
Wait. Let me check my
There's no way you had Princeton. There's no way you had Princeton.
Hold on.
There's no way you had Princeton. Get out of here. Marcos, did you have Princeton?
Oh, yeah, I did for sure.
Wow. Bold by
all the way.
Mike McDaniel. Is it Mike McDaniel, a Yale guy? He must hate Princeton.
Yeah, for sure.
All Ivy Leagues hate each other.
Can I just say,
what's that?
What are they gonna beat each other up with oars? Like, come on.
Or croquet mallets?
Yeah, they do chants at each other. That's not like they're all too smart to be too physical. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they move on. J-Fig says she was going to pick Princeton. Wow. Well, you didn't. There's no almost, J-Fig. Sorry. I didn't pick anybody because I didn't do a bracket this year.
Yeah, I know why.
Why?
Because you was trying to avoid that smoke.
Wasn't trying to avoid anything. I was cutting Jalen Ramsey sound.
Trying to avoid that smoke.
I got one thing in mind, and that is the Canes beating Drake. Okay? That's it. That's the only thing that's in my that's the only thing, dude. Ready to take them to Marvin's room.
I tell you what, not for nothing.
-1.
I don't even know what that means.
I know it's a title, but I wouldn't even take Marvin's room.
Oh, man. Let's get to some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
All right, the big news this morning down here in South Florida outside of the Miami Hurricanes, which get going tonight, 7:25. You, of course, can hear that right here on WQAM, 6:45. Our coverage starts here, getting you ready for Canes hoops. North Chatham did practice yesterday. It's all upon if his ankle swells up or not, according to Coach L. But good signs that he was trying to ramp up to play.
All right.
So we'll see. We'll see what gets going. Can the athletic trainers tape that thing down, Leroy? What do they do? What can we do to fix an ankle?
What is it? What is? See, we're not quite sure what the actual injury is. I could probably be a little more I could probably be a little better with it if I knew exactly what it was, because usually in basketball it's that high ankle sprain, and that's just brutal.
So we got it's the ankle. So, but I don't know about grade or anything like that.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
All right.
So we don't know.
Let's see. Marcos, are you worried about tonight in North Chatham?
I am worried of the 12-5 thing.
Yeah.
And
wary.
but that's other than that, I think the upsets that were yesterday are going to keep our eyes open. We're going to make sure that Drake doesn't get the upset that a lot of people have been saying that they're gonna get, dude. I've been seeing a lot of people picking Drake, and it is actually getting a little scary, but I feel like yesterday's upsets is gonna have us on edge, and we're gonna take it home.
Well, listen, I think that Jim Larinaga, he's going to prove that, his last name's ever, first name greatest. You know what I'm saying?
Why? Why is it kind of like
Point for Tobin!
The Panthers won a game 9-5 yesterday. It was 7-3 after one period.
Would they had a 3-point contest? Because
mean-
that's all that was happening.
Well, 16 seconds into the game, the Canadiens got on the board, and the Panthers decided, oh, we're going to play like that, huh? And it was just a free-for-all. I felt so bad for Sam Montembeault, former Panthers goalie. They yanked him like 3 minutes into the game, and then his replacement did worse. So, tough sledding.
Isn't that kind of like, to be fair, isn't that kind of how it works? The new guy doesn't all of a sudden come in and start shutting things down.
It was crying. It was chaotic. There was like pucks bouncing all over the place. There were goals being scored as like fights were going on. It was a willy-nilly hockey game. That being said, still 2 points. And now the Panthers find themselves right there, Leroy, 3 points back of the New York Islanders.
This is crazy.
What?
Why is it they're always 3 points back, regardless if they win, lose, whatever?
Well, I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because they got 2 games in hand, my friend. 2 games in hand. Right there, baby.
Waddle, baby, waddle. Nice enough to explain. So, Leroy, I'm sure you know what that
Yes.
is now.
Yep. Now, they do have a big one coming up against the Devils tomorrow night. So, Cats fans, get your rats ready.
Get your rats ready.
Next up in the headlines, Mike Gesicki. He is going to the Patriots. 1 year, up to $9 million, less than last year. But he is officially a rats off a ship and going to Foxborough.
I mean, here, let's be fair to Mike Gesicki. Stop acting like you're upset he left. You knew like this was going to happen during the season almost.
Yep.
So now let's all of a sudden not, Mike Gesicki, how could he? No.
It's Patriots PTSD. That's all any Dolphin fan has. That's
right.
It.
Exactly.
It's all Patriots PTSD.
Exactly.
You're mad at I honestly think you have 2 things to be mad about if you're a Dolphins fan. One, he went to the Patriots. Who wants to see him go to division rival? Nobody thinks Mike Gesicki stinks. I mean, he's got his deficiencies for sure, but we all know as a target, that guy is very dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
So him going to the Patriots sucks. But the thing I think I'm honestly more mad about, man, we knew this thing wasn't going to work out by like training camp. Why didn't they try and get something for him last year? It's just strange to me. That's like the thing, the lone criticism I could have. And look, Chris Greer, everybody is very high on him right now because of, the big splashes that he makes. But I thought that was a real, obvious thing that presented itself last year was, wow, even in camp, we realized Mike Gesicki was losing time to undrafted rookies. We probably should have moved on and sold high on him back then. That to me is the big whiff here when it came to Mike Gesicki. Not so much that, you went through the year with him and you knew he was going to leave. We all knew he was going to leave. He said goodbye. It was obvious he wasn't coming back to the Dolphins.
Right.
So why, when they realized this guy wasn't a fit for Mike McDaniel's system, did they not move on from him or try and get something for him? That to me was the big whiff here.
Right. I got you. All right. I'm looking at my bracket now.
Oh, you weren't paying attention at all, dude. You just kept trying to see if you picked Princeton.
I did not pick Princeton.
We knew you never picked.
We all knew you didn't pick Princeton. Nobody picked Princeton.
Let me see who my biggest upset was. I picked Penn State over Texas A&M. And I see a trend here. And I didn't realize that I was committing this trend. I picked all Big Ten schools. I'm like, I picked Iowa over Auburn.
Speaking of Penn State, though, that apparently was one of the connections too with the with Mike Gesicki because of Bill O'Brien, because he recruited him back at Penn State. So he reunites with Ash Chin.
You know what? Here's what's weird is that he's going to have the same problems there because a lot of how they use their tight end is a guy who can block on the end of the line of scrimmage and catch the ball. They don't do, there's only a handful of teams that do the old tight end in the slot because now teams are starting to move their star receivers into the slot. Get that? They got that from Sean Payton. Sean Payton's top receiver wasn't outside.
Yeah,
they tried middle.
They tried doing that with Jonnu Smith. Like that was their big thing, bringing in Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith last year. Now Jonnu Smith, they traded him to Atlanta, and this is their replacement. Now he knows the offensive coordinator better, kind of. I mean, like
but still, I still feel that he's going to be kind of in the same situation.
Well, look, let's be real about it. The guy signed for less money than he did last year. Obviously, the league feels like Mike Gesicki has his shortcomings.
No, that's not it. That's not it at all.
It definitely is, dude. Look.
Well, wait. One of the reasons why there's no interest in Mike Gesicki is because of the draft. Now, if Mike Gesicki had waited to see after the draft who didn't get a tight end, and there was a couple of teams that didn't get a tight end, then he becomes a priority and has more of a chance in the open market.
Maybe so, Leroy, but there's no way that this guy probably thought he was going into this offseason after the
with a 1 year deal.
With a 1 year deal. There's no way. There's no
absolutely.
way.
Last year hurt him, and it really wasn't anybody's fault. Right? I mean, it's not Mike Gesicki's fault that they decided to go with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle in the slot. It's not his fault that the offense that Mike McDaniel has come from plays their tight end on the end of the line of scrimmage and uses him in a multiple number of ways. And it's really not his fault that he didn't get the opportunities because of that. So when we look at Mike Gesicki and having him be a free agent this year, a lot of people only look at the production. They don't look at the reasons why. And so I wonder, and I just think about this. The best tight end the Patriots ever had is Gronkowski.
Yep.
One of the things that was so impressive about him is that not only could he run that seam route or run routes like that, he could move. He was an excellent blocker on the end of the line of scrimmage, meaning that if Gronk was in there, you didn't know whether it was a run or a pass.
I don't understand Mike Gesicki not being a good blocker. I guess it's just some people have it or don't, because he's not
built. He's not.
He's
built.
a moose, dude. He's not small,
dude. He's not 6. What is he? 6'5", 6'6",
6'6",
6'6", 240. That's a damn basketball player.
What was Gronk?
And what was Gronk?
That's what I'm asking.
6'6", 270.
Oh,
right. Let's not like. Come on. I mean, you look at who's the tight end that Aaron Rodgers just played with, and he wants to go to the Jets.
Mercedes Lewis.
Mercedes Lewis. That dude's a moose.
Yeah, but Mercedes Lewis is also a badass. Like Mercedes Lewis is like he's a fighter. Like that. Like he is a mauler.
Right. But that's what Gronk was. That's what when you think of Kerry Kittles. Now, I will say this is that Kelsey is a little bit different in that they just put him in the slot and don't care. Right?
Yeah,
like
good luck.
But he's almost one of one.
Well, it's kind of what Mike Gesicki probably wants, right? Like he just that's what he just
but
wants.
I'm saying the only team who's doing that anymore. Now keep in mind, football's cyclical. So remember, everybody used to put their tight end in the slot. Thanks to who's the kid that went to Miami?
You're talking
basketball.
about Jimmy Graham?
Jimmy Graham.
Yeah.
So remember, he sued the league. He wanted to be listed as a wide receiver.
Oh, a lot of them do. Mike Gesicki was just complaining about this on Twitter the other day.
Right. So it's a unique situation for Mike Gesicki because it all depends on which way the league is going. And right now they're going towards Kittles. They're going towards a lot of these other tight ends that play on the end of the line of scrimmage, but can also catch you 50, 60, 70 balls, right? One who has a little bit of speed that can come on off the end of the line of scrimmage, run that crossing route. Okay. Now you're asking Gesicki to do that. All I would do is take a linebacker and rough him up. And that's it. End of Mike Gesicki.
Well, him, Devontae Parker. Enjoy that, Mac Jones.
Devontae, well, at least I would say this about Gesicki. Dude is available.
He does play.
Parker, holy smoke. But he did play most of the games last year, right?
He missed I think 5.
5 games. You know how many times I did that in my career?
0. Once?
Maybe once. Because I remember once the last year the Browns were in last year the Browns were in Cleveland. I broke 3 ribs and I was out for 2 or 3 weeks. Then I was stretching and re-broke them.
14, 16, 16, 16, 16. Looks like you did a combined season where you played 16. Yeah, you had 1 year where you played 12.
Right. That was it. 4 games. And that
97.
Was 97, that was the hammy. Right? You see my hamstring now. Only missed 4 games.
And then you ended 16-15.
Right.
Which I imagine you probably just sat out a game, probably.
Yeah, end of the year. Right. So that's it. And you've all heard about all the injuries I've had. So, for a guy to into his career, never played. Has he ever played? He played 15 games, 16 games one time.
One time.
That was when he went to the Pro Bowl and they paid him the money and that was it.
Yep.
You got that's hard. That's hard as an organization because keep in mind, on game day, you can only dress 46 guys. Right? So that means that you have your starters, you have a couple of up-and-comers, and you have a couple of backups. And most of the rest of the guys are special teamers because they're either young or they're professional special teams guys. So imagine having to go with this 46 men and every other game, damn near, your number 1 receiver is out. That's hard.
We'll take a quick break. You guys can text the show 305-567-0560. Lots to get to here on a Friday. We'll tickle Leroy's fancy. We'll bury some people and you're dead to me. Back with more after this.
Go.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Snoop Dogg is bringing the high school reunion tour to the I Think Financial Amphitheater in West Palm this August, and we want you to go. For your chance, head on over to WQAM.com and enter. You can be seeing Snoop Dogg with Wiz Khalifa and more. It's a Live Nation show. Those tickets are courtesy of Live Nation. We're streaming live on YouTube. Miami 560 WQAM is where you guys can watch us on Twitch and YouTube. And you guys, of course, can listen to us on the Odyssey app, AUDACY. WQAM is the channel you want to go to. And you get the Tobin and Leroy podcast available for you on all podcast platforms. And there you go. Eddie, he says on YouTube, really hope that Gesicki doesn't do anything in New England. So sad that he went there. Another guy texts in. He says, Mike Gesicki about to have 1,200 yards and close to 20 touchdowns. I mean, first of all, I think you have a very, very high opinion of Mac Jones.
Good luck, Mac.
The dude's a bum. I mean, let us not forget one factor here, everybody. The Patriots quarterback sucks. So there is that. I know that, Bill Belichick somehow in his wizardry is still able to have a decent season with a bum as a quarterback, but the dude's a bum. And if you told me Mike Gesicki's going to have his first 1,000-yard season with the Patriots, I would be quite stunned. I got to tell you, let alone 1,220. And the guy's going to be 28 years old. Like, let's not act like he's some unpolished gem.
Good luck, Mac.
Good luck, Mac.
I mean, the talent's still there.
Look, dude, he's talented, but he's not a complete player.
Well, again, there's a lot of guys that play that position that can't block. You just can't be on the team that needs that position to block. And that's what happened to Mike Gesicki. It'll be interesting how it works out in New England when they use their tight end similar to everybody else, which is on the end of the line of scrimmage. If you notice, guys like Darren Waller, who's a kid in Atlanta, he's like a top 5 pick.
Kyle Pitts.
Huh?
Kyle Pitts.
They're kind of fading. Not because they don't have talent, but because what teams need out of that position has changed.
Look, I think that Mike Gesicki is a nice player. If all things equal, I would like Mike Gesicki to be on the Dolphins if it was like, if that was the way it would work. But if you're going to tell me if you have to make we talk about business decisions this team has to make.
Wait.
All over the place.
I am not going to let you sit on this show.
Why?
And all of a sudden start talking about being fiscally sound.
It's not even fiscally sound. It's not even a money thing. It's a football thing. He didn't work with the system. It was very clear from the start last year. But also, let's not act like he was, he was not elite. He's never been elite. He's not been amongst the elite tight ends. He's been amongst those up-and-comers, next level. He's never been amongst, he's not mentioned amongst the Kelseys, the Andrews, the Wallers. He's not that. Let's not. No. And that's what you're telling when you're telling me, he's going to do 1,220 touchdowns. Get the hell out of here. If he goes out there and he has, 906 touchdowns again, wow, they got that. That's great because that would be a career high in yards. That would be a career high in touchdowns for Mike Gesicki, and be a great year for him. They would have gotten great value for him. But to say he's going to put up these astronomical numbers, like, come on, dude, get out of here. Let's not be silly. Can we not be silly? I know this is the Silly Sauce show, but you sound silly, Texter. Grow up.
We have Marcos on St. Patrick's Day. There's two things. There we go. See, I was going to say there's two things that caught by surprise. That Tobin the Irishman didn't come out, but there it is. And that he is literally calling someone else out for too much silly sauce.
It's just ridiculous. Like,
no,
look,
use your other line. It's a bit much.
It's a bit much. Just like, it's a bit much. You can say, hey, I don't like that he went to the Patriots. Cool. I get you. They've been a great organization. They've been your daddies for a long time. The quarterback does suck. Let's not forget that. But you go out there, you want to have, all right, You're going to say Gesicki at 28 years old is going to have these, Gronkowski type numbers. It's a bit much. And then for all you listeners at WEEI who want to tune in and say what you have, you got a nice player. Good for you. You didn't get an elite player. You got a nice player. You got a nice little toy to play with.
I mean, like, let's Tobin. Let's back it up a little bit. Okay. So here's what I would tell you. Not all people that work in a profession are elite.
That's right.
Don't mean they're not good.
Didn't I just say that? What are we disagreeing on?
Okay. You just kind of threw it out there as a negative.
Because people will act. They'll give him Patriots points, and they'll say, it's like going to the New York Knicks. So, oh, my God, we got this guy's coming to the Mecca, great do the football. No. Calm down. He is what he is. All right? Just because he wears a Knicks jersey doesn't make him extra good. Just because he wears a Patriots jersey did it make Devontae Parker Randy Moss last year? It did not. It made him Devontae Parker with a new uniform.
Well, no, because Devontae Parker, if he ever tried to do anything or run as fast as Randy Moss, he'd be out for 4 weeks because he pulled a hammy.
They will like the intangibles. I mean, you talk about two guys who do terrible gritties, Mac Jones and Mike Gesicki, 2 peas in a pod.
Mac Jones? Oh, come on. Stop it.
You never seen the Mac Jones gritty?
I don't.
Save yourself.
I think it was the first intangible to do it, if I'm not mistaken.
He broke it.
He did it.
Well, he been doing the gritty for the last 2 years. Like, yeah, man. I'm not like, I don't get mad. I'm not mad at Mike Gesicki for going to a rival team. It gets to the point where if we didn't want him down here, you can't then complain about where he goes. You've already washed your hands of it.
Look, you can't. I don't hold ill feelings towards him, but going towards the Patriots, like
it's Dolphins, you got a familiar player to hate.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, it's not. It's going to be one of those, like, he's not an unlikable guy. Look, he had this whole thing hanging over him all last year. As classy as it gets, handled it with grace. Could have made a stink. Never made a stink.
Right.
And we've talked about this. Look, the players who make a stink are the ones who usually get paid. Look at him now. He's on back-to-back 1-year deals.
And it's a shame because, we say in society, we don't want a Karen. We don't want a person that causes problems. We don't want this. We don't want that. But guess what, people? Unless you get that, you don't do the right thing. That's not on the people acting the ass. That's not on the people making a stink. Right? The NFL has shown this is nothing new. Make a stink, get paid. If you're a team player and a quiet guy, you get run over. Ask Lamar Jackson. Ask Lamar Jackson. What's the best way to go? Kyler Murray or Lamar Jackson? The fans in the organization will love the way Lamar Jackson goes about his business and tried to get paid. But the fact of the matter is, Kyler Murray has the results. So if you want to know how to go about getting paid, the NFL has determined how you go about it, not the players. You just playing the game. And Lamar Jackson still refuses to play the game. You got to just act a fool. You got to act a fool. Look, go through all the hotheads. The people talking trash, the people tweeting out stuff about their team, the people hosing their team down. It's immediately followed by a big contract.
Yep.
Go to the guys that say, no, they'll take care of us. We'll work something out. It'll get done. It'll be this. It'll be that. And they're still winning. So if I'm a player and it's time to get paid and you feel that you should get paid, act a damn fool, because that's what they want you to do based on how they've done business, not based on you, not based on who you are, but you got to play the game to get your money. And players are starting to learn that. Go throughout the league, go throughout sports. Now, there is an exception to the rule. And I will say this. every time Pat Riley say he gonna take care of his guy, he take care of his guy.
Except that one.
So, except that one. Well.
We don't have to talk about it.
Okay. All right. Except that one time with the
Except that.
biggest player in your organization ever.
Yeah, except that one time. But ever since then, I mean, he is taking care of everybody.
I just slipped up one time.
You get a 4-year deal. You get a 4-year deal.
Wait, could you imagine? Let's think about this. We talking about the team player and all that, and the guy. How do you think D Wade was sitting in the room waiting to get his and see Hassan Whiteside get 100?
How do I think he was? How do I think he was? I think he was thinking I'm going to Chicago. There's no difference in money.
There's no way that could be received well, right?
No!
There is no way. As cool and as great as D Wade has been, he's sitting in his office. ESPN goes by. He just looked. Are we serious? Like, we doing this, huh?
And he came back and played on 2 minimums.
Yeah. That's. I mean, but think about it. He unless you make a stink, you're not gonna get paid, right? And it sucks that it's like this because people are people, and if you don't let them know what's up, they will run over you. I don't care what profession you in. If you don't make your intentions known, if you don't let people know how you feel, they will run over you. And football is just a little window into what people will do to the humble, quiet team player.
We'll take a quick break. Switch on over to the Heat. 15 minutes of Heat coming up next.
15 minutes lead.
Bum, bum. 15 minutes of heat here for you on 560 WQAM. Miami Heat, they're off today. Well, they have practice today. They practice around noon as they have a little back-to-back season. So rare practice for the Miami Heat.
Yep.
You know, some people say practice is dead. I say maybe this helps. You know, what's wrong with a little practice?
What's going to help?
Get a sweat in, you know?
It's a good point.
Heat take on the Bulls
Stop
tomorrow
it.
night. What?
Marcos.
We have the
You
answers.
don't need
to
a
our test,
co-signer.
Leroy.
I'm going to be honest with you. All right?
Yeah.
I think it's all coming together. I'm just going to say it. I feel like it's all coming together.
How about win more than one game in a row?
I'm telling you right now, dude,
It's a good point.
I think they're getting hot at the right time.
I'm not disputing anything you say,
Mhm.
but we've said this a bunch of times based on one game when they looked awesome.
I don't know. Something feels a little different.
But nonsense. You know I'm right.
I don't know.
This team's longest win streak is 4 games.
That's fair.
Okay? I'm not going to even talk about this until they get to 4 games.
All right. But
No.
you don't feel a little...
I'm not letting you do it. I'm not letting you do it. There is nothing based on what you've seen this year that statement is anything close to being true.
I guess...
I'll have this conversation with you after 4 games.
That's not fair, though. Like,
because that'll match their longest win streak of the year. But I ain't having it after 1 year, one game. I'm not having it.
I just feel like it's all coming together. You don't feel a little bit like
feelings.
I don't think it is.
It is. Based on what?
The shooting has gotten way better. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
I feel like Kyle off the bench. I think it's doing something, dude.
Okay.
Jimmy has been playing out of his bleeping mind. Like for he has had a good season, but the last 11, 12 games, he is playing like one of the best players on the planet. Okay. The efficiency that he's been scoring with. I just feel like it's coming together, baby. Caleb Martin off the bench, I like. You know? Kevin Love's not being a disaster. He sacrificed his balls.
I mean,
and Bam, Bam had a couple of games.
If you could avoid it, right? I'm just saying, like he didn't come up. He didn't go to the scores table and say, "I'm going out there and sacrifice my nuts for the betterment of the team." No, he just kind of got caught.
Dade South says Tobin is Heat Wile E. Coyote falling for the Roadrunners traps. No, I don't think I am, dude. Like I'm not like sitting here. No, it's not like Bernie is. It's not like you picture like Bernie just painting a wall that looks like a tunnel, and I'm just running into it. I'm not doing that.
All right, I got you.
A lot of people were wondering this just Jimmy Butler Nickelback story, which we talked about very early on in the week. A lot of people were wondering, was Jimmy Butler doing this as a punishment? And his agent, Bernie Lee, has weighed in because this Nickelback story has gone kind of viral about Jimmy Butler blasting Nickelback in the Heat's locker room after their overtime loss to the Orlando Magic. And he sang every word. And JFig, do you have the post from his agent on Instagram who said, so basically it was a day that ended in Y. What are you saying here? Apparently Jimmy Butler's a big Nickelback fan. Loves them. Loves them.
I can't figure this guy out anymore. I really can't.
He's a man of mystery, dude.
Yeah.
He is a man of mystery.
I don't know. It's like that stance people made a while ago with Pink. It's like, you know, real men wear pink. You know, when the right person says it, you know what, Jimmy? I like Nickelback too now.
Wow.
That's it.
I got to tell you.
Yeah.
No.
Not even Jimmy Butler can get you like Chad Kroger.
No. That's okay. I don't have a problem with Jimmy Butler liking Nickelback.
Is it because he found out he says wise man?
I mean, like one of my favorite groups.
We're gonna go be James Wiseman.
Have you ever heard of the Revivalists?
No.
What? Yeah.
Oh, I heard that one song. The one song they got.
That's one of my favorite groups. They're from New Orleans, and
they used to play that one song. They play that one song on the Shark a lot.
That one song. You've said that literally about 30 groups that I've asked you about.
No, but they do.
So look, every time I mention a song or a group, he says, "Oh, yeah, they play that on the Shark."
Rock out the Shark out, dude.
I just Googled it right now. They're gonna be at Rockville.
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
No, they're not. I would know already.
Just wanted to say rock.
I'm just I don't know what the big problem is. Like if Jimmy Butler wants to rock out of some Chad Kroger.
That's fine. Yes. I like listen. You know what I tell my kids all the time? Life is hard. Okay? You don't have to make stuff up to make it more complicated. Like Jimmy Butler listening to Nickelback in the locker room does what? Why do we have a big story about it? What is it? It's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. Would you be more impressed if he played NWA?
Listen, we all just want to be big rock stars.
-1, quickly.
-1.
We're not doing this today.
No, Jimmy just wants to live in hilltop houses, driving 15 cars.
-1.
I was more along the lines of why you got a 12-car garage but only got 6 cars.
21.
21. Like that's it.
Leroy, are you looking at the Drake and 21 Savage tickets?
No,
Oh, okay. Thought you
No.
liked 21?
I mean, like, okay.
Yeah, they're
I
going up.
think rap is sometimes hard to do live at a concert, right?
Fair.
Because all the other forms of music, you can tweak it a little bit as far as its entertainment value live, right? If you play a song, your guitar guy can have a solo, you can have a drum solo, you can stretch the lyrics or change them up a little bit. You know, you can do that. But rap is just rap, right? One of the biggest stars in the rap game was MC Hammer because his whole show was a production. He had 700 dancers. It was a show, right? But a lot of times these rap guys just go on stage, you know, with a couple of booty dancers and spit out some songs and then leave.
I just think that like Jimmy wanted to like have the lyrics speak to his players, you know, to his teammates, like Tyler Hero, you know, who's going to dress his ass up with the latest fashion and get a front door key to the Playboy Mansion.
Dude. Let me tell you something.
-1.
I'm giving you fair warning right now. Fair warning. It's your last day. You going on vacation. Don't ruin it for me. Because you're trying. You're trying to ruin this.
Take a break. Back after this.
Hey. It's time for our Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tonga Valoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Chris can go to hell. Tua Tagovailoa. Dolphins quarterback. Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of food.
Our Tua of the program, ladies and gentlemen.
So give Day South a +1.
Okay.
Point for
You ready for this one?
I mean, before you say, I'm a little down on him for calling me the Heat Wile E. Coyote. I don't appreciate that.
Well, he called you could be this. Lowry is Nickelback.
point for Witcher.
I've been laughing for the whole break.
Shmeeth and Schmolnick says, sell Tobin to go look at Jalen Ramsey's latest tweet. Well, get some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks. Let me park that back. Whoop. This is what they do at Publix, which annoys me. They back in.
Jalen Ramsey tweeted out 6 minutes ago. Appreciate the heads up from Schmeethan. LOL. Fun fact. What's crazy is growing up, I was a Miami Hurricane fan. I used to visit, and then they didn't offer me. So I started hating everything Miami and went to FSU. Laughing, crying emoji. Then I was a Miami Heat fan when Bron was there, of course. And now I'm a Dolphin fan. Life. Laughing, crying emoji.
I mean, there's a lot of us that experience that.
He's very close with LeBron, but also very seems to be pretty tight with Tyler Hero.
Think about this. I went to Michigan and was taught to hate Ohio. I get drafted by the Browns.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
He did have I don't know if you have the clip yesterday, Marcos, but there's one where his reception from the fans, I think, where he was talking about the idea of like, hey, listen, I used to tear these fans up on FSU. That was a golden age of FSU. I mean, him, Jameis Winston, that whole crew. I mean, they killed the Canes.
Yep.
Al Golden. Idiot.
Wasn't
He's the last one. He's the last one standing, huh? Jameis Winston was number 1. He was like top 5.
Jameis Winston was Jameis Winston was number 1. He's number 5.
Yeah.
But Jameis Winston was what is Jameis Winston? What's he doing?
New Orleans. He resigned with the Saints.
Oh, he did? But he's
Yeah.
So it's him and so he's Derek Carr's backup? Interesting.
Yep.
Interesting thing.
There's a couple of situations that I'm interested in seeing where guys could fall off and we acted like this couldn't happen. But Derek Carr is one of them. We're not quite sure. He could very well. He has the talent to help that team unless he started falling off.
Right.
And Aaron Rodgers, right, was last year because of his injuries or because he's starting to start falling off.
Right.
You take that chance when you go with a 30 plus and, you say, oh, 30 is the new 20. No, it's not. No, it's not. Stop. Okay. There are some guys have the ability to extend their career to a certain extent, but the majority of players don't. And to sit here and act like everybody's going to be Tom Brady, you're idiots. Watch. When it falls off,
it's going to be bad.
It's going to be terrible. When Aaron Rodgers finally falls off, It's going to look awful. Ask Peyton Manning. Won a Super Bowl and couldn't even lift the ball above his head.
Yeah, I mean, he did have good years there before.
No, he had good years there, though. I'm not questioning that. When he left, and did he win the MVP when he left Indy?
Yeah.
He threw like what, 50 touchdowns?
Was it 50 or was it double nickel?
Might have been double nickel. You're right. It could have been more.
Giant forehead. I don't know why I had to point that out.
Wow.
It's a staple of the Manning family.
He went double nickel in 2013.
Right.
39. His Denver career was 37 touchdowns, 55 touchdowns, 39 touchdowns, and then 9.
And you see how it fell off?
And he was 39.
Right. You want to be that dude? You want to be that organization? You want to be that team that pays $40, $50 million for a guy and get the 9? Now, I will say, Aaron Rodgers throwing 15 touchdowns is going to be a lot better than Zach Wilson because of how he does it.
Oh, yeah. I don't blame look.
I don't blame the Jets. I'm just saying that when this happens.
Plus, you hate Aaron Rodgers. You hate his ass.
I don't hate Aaron Rodgers. You know what sucks? I think I played my whole career not to be that guy. I probably could have played longer. Right? I didn't want to be that guy.
You didn't want to hang on. You didn't want to
I didn't want to
be a payroll bandit.
I didn't. It's not even that. I didn't care about that. It's just my own personal. I didn't want to lumber through a season because towards the end, my last couple of years, I could feel it.
I like the guy who just goes, do we have to bring up the 2013 FSU team? I could do without it. Me too, dude. Listen, I'm sorry. Jalen Ramsey's out here. He's out here tweeting.
That's not a bad tweet, though. That's just facts. That's a factual thing.
He's had a lot of come around on Miami. He used to love the Canes, and they didn't offer him, which we've heard that story a lot. That's not an annoying recurrence at all the time.
How many players have said those words right there?
Grew up a Canes fan.
I always wanted to go to the Miami, and they never even offered me a deal. That seems. Can I just say, there have been more people come out of Florida to say Miami didn't even offer me a deal than we care to talk about. And I'm thinking, how is this possible?
Pretty wild. Another guy says Bill Belichick sees Mike Gesicki as future Gronk once they bulk him up.
No, you can't just do that, dude.
You bulk him up.
You can't just here. Stop this right now. You think putting 20 pounds on Mike Gesicki gonna make him tougher? It's a different breed of athlete that can get on that line of scrimmage and mess with those defensive tackles, defensive ends. And you don't just all of a sudden become that guy. You either are that guy or you're not. So putting 20 more pounds on Gesicki does what? It makes him slower in the things that he does well.
Yeah, Gesicki's it's not like you're getting some young pup that you could mold. He's
28's okay. At that position, he ain't really playing a position of contact.
Rob Gronkowski was done playing for the Patriots by 28.
Well, that's because he's a different situation.
Fine, but it's not like you're gonna go in here and all of a sudden Mike Gesicki's like, oh, I should bulk up.
Right.
Wow.
You can't do something that your body or your mindset was never intended to do. That's just the way it is.
Dolphin Kane said, "Stop dogging my guy." I'm not dogging him. You know what I'm dogging? Honestly, it's not a Gesicki thing. I'm done with this Patriots fear. They don't have Tom Brady. They have a bum as quarterback. They have Mac Jones. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and cower in fear and think that somebody's gonna have a career year with Mac Jones as their quarterback. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do it. I shan't do it. Not gonna do it. The Dolphins had a top 6 offense last year, and Mike Gesicki was an afterthought. An afterthought. And so, like, I'm not going to be like, oh, yeah, Gesicki, nice dude, held it classy, was a good player. Not sitting here saying he's a bum. But if you think that the Patriots have some wizardry with Mike Gesicki that the Dolphins didn't, I'm here to tell you, they don't. You want to know why? Because they don't have Tom Brady. He's gone. They got Mac Jones. Dude sucks.
It's just the way you say it.
That's just it. You know, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing it anymore. Okay? The Dolphins are better than the Patriots. That's that. They are.
That's a fact.
If the Dolphins finish, let me tell you something. The Dolphins finish behind the Patriots this year, Mike McDaniel's on the hot seat. That's a fact.
Agreed.
So I'm not going to sit here being scared of that team. They don't have the GOAT anymore. All right. They have a bum. All right. The dude lives under a bridge and warms his hands with a barrel of fire because he's a bum who they let play quarterback every Sunday, who they didn't want.
How do you say they didn't want him?
Oh, they didn't want him, dude. They knew it 1 year. They're like, oh, enough of this Mac Jones. Get out of here. You think Mike Gesicki is going to be the X factor? X factor to what? His favorite quarterback of all time is Ryan Fitzpatrick. That should tell you all you need to know about his judgment. Well, Ryan Fitzpatrick gave me the greatest advice of all time. It was go out there and play free. Wow. Words of wisdom. Where did he get that one from? Socrates? Oh, you would never listen to him because that's who Mike McDaniel likes. What are you doing? What are you doing, dude?
What am I doing?
Yeah, you sound like you're clicking up a storm over there. What's going on?
I'm getting rid of the 1,000 emails that I have on my.
Check that spam too.
Oh God.
All right.
Usually they send you emails saying you're about to exceed your after like 5 emails, but
yeah,
they don't do that no more.
All right. Other headlines: Hurricanes take on Drake tonight at 7:25. Coverage
You
on
nervous?
WQAM. Gets
Nervous?
going at 6:45. I'm not nervous. I think the Canes get it done today. I think Norchad O'Meara is going to be out. If he wasn't out there, I'd be obviously nervous, but I think he's going to be there. I think he's going to give it to go. Give it to go. Panthers won 9-5 over the Montreal Canadiens.
Wow.
7-3 after one period.
That sounds like a Jets Dolphins game.
And the Heat, they have practice today. They'll let out on a 2-game road trip back-to-back. One against the Bulls on Saturday, Sunday against the Pistons. I don't know if you saw it. Did you see Lonzo Ball, Leroy?
What happened?
Lonzo Ball has to get surgery again, and he's going to miss all of next year. And they're saying his career might be could be in jeopardy. Apparently,
a knee?
Yeah, because of a knee.
Wow.
Unless he's got that Victor Oladipo doctor, who's the butcher.
Oh my goodness.
But that's a bummer news for Lonzo Ball. Good player, and can't get a read on it. Apparently, a third knee surgery he's headed for.
Can I say it's a little coincidental too that these rumors are surfacing with Michael Jordan selling some of the team too?
The Hornets?
Like his majority stake. He's not necessarily apparently like conversations for him to sell to the minority owner as well as a minority owner for the Hawks. Now it's like coinciding with Lonzo Ball. Maybe Michael Jordan's like, you know what? I give up, dude.
But he has LaMelo Ball.
Oh, I'm sorry. I completely minus one.
For deception.
Back after this.
Oh
Welcome back, you rascals. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Get rid of this weirdo music, Marcos, on the video stream. It's creeping me out.
Sorry, I was being distracted. Did you know J Fig's going on a trip?
Where's she going?
She didn't even tell us. Universal, apparently. I could be ruining something. Maybe that's going to be one of her later things. Dead to me? I don't know.
She's going to Universal. Grow up, Peter Pan.
What? Universal's amazing. You don't like it?
I'm just messing around. Is Universal have the new Super Mario World? Or is that at Disney?
I think that's in Universal, but I feel like it's not like Orlando Universal.
It's
sure.
not.
I feel like a different one. But what do I know? I just thought the Ball brothers were the same one. So I don't know.
Hey, we're giving away another dual number custom jersey signed by Mark Duper and Mark Clayton, courtesy of our friends at Sinbad Sports. For your chance to win, just enter at WQAM.com and the autographed jersey could be yours. Sinbad Sports is having a huge live auction in Pembroke Gardens starting today and tomorrow. Live bidding on autographs, frames, memorabilia, jewelry, watches, art, and more than 200 items. For more details, go to sinbadsports.com. So yeah, J-Fig, enjoy wherever the hell you're going. I heard she's going to Legoland.
Oh, wow. Nice. I heard SeaWorld is trying to raise the competition of roller coasters. Not a fan of Universal. You thought that was childish? You think that was childish?
I was just messing around. No, actually, if they have Super Mario World, that's probably the next place I would tip. My son, he's like obsessed with Mario. He loves Mario. Mario and Pokemon are like his favorite.
Nice. Is that movie out yet? I haven't even.
It's out in 2 weeks.
Wow.
He's been asking
I'm sure he's been reminding you.
He's been at it nonstop.
Well, I don't know. I'll watch it. I was a fan of the 90s one. I'm doing a 90s trivia at the Improv, so I recently revisited the 90s live action. I was like maybe 89 even. Did not hold up, if you're wondering if that Super Mario movie.
Everybody's saying that. Yeah, everybody's saying Mario does not open yet in Orlando. But I'm sure when it is, my son's going to make me take him. He loves Mario.
How is he going to know?
Oh, he'll know, dude.
How is he gonna know? Because he's actually one of these, like, he watches like regular TV in the mornings, like for cartoons. So like he'll see commercials from time to time. But you know, I understand, like, the kids don't see commercials. I don't know how like they advertise to kids anymore with kids just binge watching everything, but he will actually sit down and watch like Nickelodeon or Disney Channel, and they'll have theme park ads. That's what we got going on. Hey, hi, sorry. I did say it's Patrick's Day.
It is. You're not wearing green, though.
I'm not wearing green. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
So
me neither.
Well, I don't have a green Vice shirt. And so you have to make a choice, green or Vice, and it's Vice Shirt Friday. So I did get a new Vice shirt, so I figured I'd wear that.
It is a nice shirt.
Thank you. I've been into the Vice polos lately, the collared shirts instead of the button downs.
Nice.
I'm basically just getting them on the cheap Ricky Fowler collection.
That's the only time he knows anything about a golfer is when their shirts go on sale.
Pretty much.
You know what? I only do that also. Like, I only buy on sale golf shirts because in the summer when you sweat, they get just messed up.
Oh yeah.
So I ain't putting $100 into.
Listen, dude, I'd head over to TJ Maxx this weekend because they got a ton.
I was gonna ask you, where do you get them from?
TJ Maxx. This one I actually got on Amazon. This one I got for like $15 on Amazon. But TJ Maxx is normally where I hit it up, or Ross.
That's what I do. To get golf shirts and stuff like that, because you go through them, man. You go through them, and a lot of times, if you get the expensive one, sometimes it's not made of the right material. And they have this thing out now, and I don't know where it came from, and I don't know why it exists. Slim fit. Slim fit, if you look in our society, nobody's slim.
It's a fair point.
And so
except and
you are selling clothes to a very small percentage of people. So you're idiots. Slim fit, skinny jeans. Skinny jeans? Come on. I see these kids trying to wear skinny jeans. The reason why their pants sagging because they can't get it over their fat ass. That's why.
I feel attacked.
Wow. All right. Marcos,
Nobody would have known anything if you wouldn't have said nothing.
it is a holiday. Marcos
is.
loves holidays, and he
I do.
loves. He's like, I got a way to celebrate. So, what do you got for us today, man?
Best way to celebrate St. Patty's Day. Everyone knows it's tradition. It's green beer. It's wearing green, and it's a top 5 double dip. Yeah.
Double dipped? What are you talking about? You dipped the chip, you took a bite, and you dipped again.
Now, our previous double dip. Let's not forget. Not you. No one, I'm not gonna leave.
Yeah, who could forget
Who could
Dolphins
forget?
Valentine's Day?
The classic. So this one is the top 5 Miami sports figures with Irish ties.
Oh, all
Yeah,
right.
you know, keep it
All
pretty
right.
simple. And we're actually going to start in your wheelhouse here. I'm not sure if you know this person is Irish. Former Marlin great, Hall of Famer, if you ask me.
Hmm?
Mike Lowell coming in at number 5.
Wow, Mike
Mike
Lowell is.
Lowell. Did you know, in fact, that he was Irish?
I didn't. I thought that he was Cuban and Puerto Rican.
Me too. But as you can see here, Lowell was born in Puerto Rico to Carl and Beatrice Lowell on February 24th. His parents were born in Cuba and are of Irish and Spanish ancestry.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mike
Wow.
Lowell. Love Mike Lowell.
Yep.
Big fan. Big fan.
Another player who is another Miami legend, solid player in the community as well. Our boy has a song after him.
Hmm?
Tyler Hero.
Wait.
Tyler Hero is indeed Irish. His ethnicity is a mix of European and African American. His father, Chris Hero, is English, Irish, and German descent. So,
Wait, excuse me?
look, that's what it said, right? Did I say that? Because now that ball thing shook me.
What are you looking this up though? Like, what is that
What?
website?
Let's Google. Metro.
You just the Metro League org, and so
Here's the problem.
It's a .org.
Here's the problem.
Yeah.
That the only reason why he has to show that, because he know damn well ain't nobody gonna believe that
Yep.
Tyler Hero or Michael O is Irish. So
For
he
sure.
has to.
that's what
back
stood
it-
out to you guys.
What?
Put the Tyler Hero thing back up there.
African American?
Yes.
He's mixed. He's mixed.
Wait. Wait.
The drips.
Hey. So
Yeah.
Tobin, because his dumb ass always looking for something. He didn't even look at the bold print of nationality. He couldn't get past African American.
It was the second word.
It was
So-
a little shocking. to
So
me.
that means somebody in his family's black?
I guess
I
so.
don't know, his dad or something. I don't know. I'm not really sure.
That would explain a lot,
Well,
right? Think
it
about
would.
He
He's-
does
would
have a
explain.
he does have a smoothness to his game that doesn't, speak intangibles.
South African American.
It must be the Irish in him. A lot of swag in Ireland.
Really?
So
I
there you
really-
go.
Well, I
You
think we
already-
already. I think
All
we
right,
have.
Lennox Lewis.
I think we have our first question next media day.
Note to self. It could be South African though.
Nah, I don't know.
I guess you're not wrong.
I mean, everybody assumes African with black, but there are white folks.
That's
I played with a kicker from South Africa.
Nah, I don't trust him.
What is number 3?
Cost me a
Marcos?
Super Bowl.
Look at that. Number 3. This is someone that it took a lot of research for this one as well, because I was sure, but I wasn't sure. The Godfather himself, Pat Riley.
Yeah, I mean, like you get more Irish.
Right? I mean, I heard.
Hush,
Riley.
hush, 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 hush.
I was like, that has to be it. But it took this one website, also a credible website, something irish.org, that let me know that his great grandparents were the first ones to migrate over here.
Hmm.
So definitely full blood Irish there.
I know you're not gonna mention it.
Yeah.
But somebody who we all know is
Yep.
Irish.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Inglis.
Mike Inglis.
Is Mike Inglis Scottish?
Scottish.
That is unacceptable, Leroy. How dare you? I have never made such a mistake on this show ever in my life.
-1.
I mean, same.
No.
Okay.
All right. Who is number 2, Marcos? We got
Coming in at number 2.
so far we have Mike Lowell, Tyler Hero, Pat Riley.
Yeah. Coming in at number 2, I did very little research on this one, but it has to be right. It has to be right, dude. Number 2, Jeff Ireland. Come on, dude.
You're an idiot.
Top bum.
Is he not Irish?
He might be Irish.
Wait,
Can't
wasn't
rule
he
it
the
out.
guy that somebody came up behind and said, "Fire yourself"?
Yep. If you could.
He
But,
said he called the guy a bleep hole who told him to fire himself, which is not an unwarranted reaction by Jeff Ireland. It's just not very professional. But if somebody tells me to fire myself, I might call him a bleep hole too.
That's fair.
God, he's terrible. I almost forgot about that. The Jeff Ireland era.
Yep. I got very familiar with it this morning as I was looking up a perfect picture of him.
Even Joe Philbin thought the guy was an idiot.
That's true.
That says something. You gonna call your grandma? All right, let's not call grandma yet. All right, what is the number 1 Miami Tide sports figure with ties to being Irish?
So I know we're up against it. I'll run quickly through the honorable mentions because I had no idea what the hell these were. And I was like, does Tobin know this person? Rich Ireland. Do you know this guy, Tobin?
Can't say that.
He was 1992.
Why is he taking this picture in blue jeans and a shirt?
I just thought it was hilarious, and I thought I had to show this picture because what is this guy?
It looks like he was a mechanic in like some podunk town, and he just happened to be able to throw like 94 miles an hour.
Yeah, well, he apparently had 3 no-hitters in high school and struck out 19 of 21 batters, but never made it past the minor leagues.
All right.
Now this Heat player, Marty Conlon. Do you remember that guy?
Oh, who could forget the OG number 40?
Wow.
The OG number 40.
Nothing about that look says I'm fit for basketball. He ain't got no muscles.
No wonder Ron Rothstein only won 15 games.
Is that Van Gundy in the background? I can't really tell.
It does. It looks like Van Gundy. like my profession is going to be short-lived if I'm depending on Marty Collin.
Anybody else in the honorable mention, or are we ready for number 1?
Honorable mention, and we are now ready for number 1. The number 1 Miami sports figure with Irish ties. LeBron James.
He did his St. Vincent St. Mary Irish.
Correct. So, therefore, I mean,
wow. Look how little his head is.
Yeah. Chael Sonnen will tell you why.
Oh my goodness.
Very good list, Marcos.
Yes,
Definitely made up for Noah. What?
B, I'm not gonna leave.
We'll Tickle Leroy's Fancy coming up next. ladies and gentlemen,
It is time.
to find out what tickles Leroy's fancy. Are you ready, Leroy, for
I
this
am.
week's slate?
I am. I think there's a lot of stuff going on this
A
weekend,
lot of stuff going on today, dude.
including
Hmm?
me on the grill tomorrow.
Ooh, what are you grilling?
Canadians coming into town. Let's see. I got some ribs.
Hmm?
I got a tenderloin and just some hot dogs or something for the kids.
All right. Well, Leroy, coming up in just a mere matter of minutes, day 2 of March Madness gets going with number 7 Michigan seeded, taking on the 10-seeded USC Trojans. Tickle your fancy?
Michigan State.
Michigan State, excuse me.
Michigan is not in the tournament. It does tickle my fancy.
My fancy is
I
tickled.
kind of peruse all the day games because they're on about every station. And then at night I kind of hone in to one or two games. So yeah, it's probably, as Robbie would say, the best 2 days in all of sports.
Yeah, because coming up at 12:40, we have the Xavier Musketeers taking on the Kennesaw State Owls. A 3 versus a 14, Leroy.
It seems
Tickle your
like
fancy?
it seems like if your name is long as Kennesaw State, you can't just have a mascot that's an owl. It got to be, you know what I mean? You know, Bengal Tiger. Like it has to be a long name for whatever your mascot is. Like I'll peruse. I'm mostly looking to see how far down I am on my I got a lot of teams out already. So that sucks.
What about coming up later on today, 6:50 p.m., number 1 Purdue, the Boilermakers taking on the 16 seed Fairleigh Dickinson. Tickle your fancy?
Is she named that school's named after an actress?
Oh.
Oh, okay. No, I'm good.
Not tickled.
Purdue is really good, but they're another one of those teams that has a dominant big, and I'm interested to see how that plays out in this tournament because usually point guards win in the NCAA.
All right, enough beating around the bush. 7:25 tonight, TBS for television, but WQAM for your listening pleasure. The Miami Hurricanes taking on the Drake Bulldogs.
Okay.
Take your fancy?
Is Omir playing?
Things were pointing in the right direction yesterday. We don't have an official word yet.
I'm in. It sucks. I want
My
to see them at.
fancy is tickled.
They're one of those teams. They need everybody healthy. And if they're all healthy, I think they can do some things because of, like I said, they got point guards and they got a guy who just rebounds like crazy. Plus, I'm a big fan. Coach L got me a fan of this team, how they play. So my fancy is very tickled.
All right. Well, don't think that we forgot about you, Boca, because coming up tonight at 9:20 on TNT, the 8-seed Memphis Tigers take on the Florida Atlantic Owls. Hoot, hoot.
Now, I was very excited to watch this because it comes on right after the, Canes game or right near the end. But then Fonzie pulled the Tobin.
What do you mean?
He walks into the house with an FAU shirt on.
What? Why is that bad? That's school spirit.
But he been there for a year and a half.
It's okay. Cop into the bandwagon, baby. Little bandwagon jumping.
No.
Nothing wrong with that.
And actually, FAU was pretty good this year. They went, 31-3?
31-3 this year.
Yeah, so they got some talent. I picked them. So we'll see.
All right, coming up tomorrow, Leroy, in the Octagon, 5:00 main card start because it's in London. Kamaru Usman tries to get his belt back against Leon Edwards. Tickle your fancy?
Yes, it does. It does. It does tickle my fancy.
My fancy is tickled.
That's it. It tickles his fancy, and then we move on.
Yeah, that's it.
Stopped him in his tracks. Tickles my
Stopped
fancy
him.
too.
Yeah.
Tickles my fancy too.
Look,
Can't wait.
I believe he's gonna get the car. I believe he's gonna get his title back, but I'm not 100% sure. Like I can't go into these fights like I normally have with Usman because he got kicked in the side of the head.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm interested. I want to see, because Leon Edwards. I mean, he's at home. He's at home.
Yep. Look at
How
me
much
now.
is that gonna? How much is that gonna play into it?
Mhm.
We thought Usman was unbeatable, but as
True.
we know in this sport, everybody's beatable as long as the other guy's swinging.
Or as long as the other guy's not John Jones.
True. True.
Then coming up, Leroy, tomorrow, 6 o'clock, the Florida Panthers with a big time game, but I'm not going to judge if you're tickled or not, against the New Jersey Devils. Tickle your fancy?
I'm out. No.
What?
I got too much on my plate.
What do you mean?
Fancy,
Too much.
not tickled.
Too much on my plate.
Last game had 9 goals.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I thought you weren't going to judge him,
Who?
Fair point. Fair point.
Yeah.
Tobin.
You boxed me in there, J-Fig. We'll get to some cat talk coming up next hour, by the way. We'll play some of the...
Ooh. Wow.
I would
It's
like...
funny how you didn't even fight it. If I had
You got me.
done
When
that-
you get got, you get got. When you get
Stop.
got, you get
If
got.
I had done the same thing, you'd fight me till the death.
Sometimes you guys got to take the L, dude. The
That was
coach
too
L.
easy. I think it's because it's Friday or something. It's St. Patrick's Day.
First
He's
of all,
trying to.
you have never just taken the L. So what's wrong?
I said that I wasn't going to judge you, and then I judged you. I was wrong.
That's because it's J Fig. That's why. If it was me, if I had
He
said
gives
the
me a
same
hard
exact
time
thing-
all the time.
That's true. 8 o'clock, Leroy, tomorrow night. The Miami Heat take on the Chicago Bulls. Tickle your fancy?
Yes, I need I want to
My
see
fancy is tickled.
because you say I think they're turning the corner.
Yep.
I want to see if they can string a couple together.
Starting to come together, dude.
Okay. Sorry if I don't buy in just yet.
10
After one-
o'clock.
After one in a row.
10 o'clock on Saturday, the Orlando Guardians take on the Vegas Vipers.
You're doing this again, huh?
It's midst of the
No.
season. Nitty gritty, dude. Week
No.
5.
No.
We're right in the middle of it.
Nope.
Okay, fair enough. And then finally, Leroy, on Sunday, Miami Heat take on the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, they should get 2 dubs. If they get them, then maybe we'll have this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the problem. If we have this conversation on Monday, by the time you get back, the conversation could be over.
Interesting. We do also have, by the way, coming up on Sunday, the Cuba in the semifinals at Lone Depot Park. That's going to be an unbelievable atmosphere, I believe.
Oh, are you kidding
They
me?
don't have their
Oh,
opponent quite yet.
Tickled.
So the quarterfinals tonight, you have Puerto Rico and Mexico. I hope the Marlins bring in Jorge Cantu, little first pitch action.
Who's question?
Hmm?
Who's left?
Puerto Rico and Mexico are tonight. Tomorrow, United States and Venezuela. And then I think Japan's still in it too. And then Japan.
Okay.
So those are your teams left. So we got the quarterfinals tonight between Puerto Rico and Mexico.
How close have the U.S. gotten over the?
They won. They won last time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they won last time. They're defending champs.
Huh. Think there should be a little bit more into this because I did not know that.
I was like, oh, well, look at us, the underdogs, sticking it out, huh?
Right. I'm like,
Have you seen their lineup? Their lineup's insane.
I don't know.
so who did so they have
They got Venezuela tomorrow.
no, but who's their lineup? Because I'm just thinking.
Oh, they got Mike Trout, and they got Paul
yeah.
Goldschmidt, and they got Tim Anderson, and they got Mookie Betts, and then they got Nolan Arenado. They're stacked.
Leroy, how sure are we that he's not making up names like he did with Rockville?
Oh no, those are all names.
Rockville.
That's real names.
All right.
They
you
don't.
got-
So wait, who? Stanton's not American, right? Or
what? Yeah,
is
he's
Stan-
American.
Okay, he's not playing.
No,
How
Probably
about Judge?
I don't believe Judges either. No,
Wow. All
they
right.
might have been blocked. I don't know. You know, they did just sign him to a monster deal, and they might have said, "Hey, buddy," because there are some parameters, like the Heat, not the Heat, the Marlins blocked Jazz Chisholm for playing.
Well, because he didn't finish the end of last year.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, like I could understand that if you didn't even finish the last baseball season, I'm not letting you go play for somebody else under no circumstances.
Nah, he saw the jerseys and they're like, nah, we don't want you in that
Yeah,
jersey.
we're out on that.
That's gross.
All right, that's Tickle My Fancy. I think Leroy got tickled.
I did. There's a lot. It's
A
look,
very busy weekend.
because of the tournament, and because of the WBC, there's a lot of extra action that we don't normally have.
Yep.
When we talk about Heat and the Panthers. So,
I can't believe you got on Fonts for having an FAU sweater.
dude, you can't all of a sudden start talking about,
Why
my
not?
my team's in the tournament.
Hoot, hoot.
Yo team all of a sudden.
Hoot,
I
hoot.
also don't think you're a part of Robbie's group.
I am.
No, I don't
send you
see
the-
you anywhere.
I'll send it to you.
Robbie's the invite was very confusing. It's another reason I couldn't get in.
Yeah, for right before it was the first game, I was on I was texting him, and then I was finally able to get on the group. I was confused.
Cats put up 9 goals last night. We'll hear some of those calls coming up in some Cat talk as they got a big one last night against Montreal. They're all big ones right now for the Cats, quite frankly. So get into that. Mike Gesicki, he is going to a division rival. Get you caught up with your headlines. Back with more for this.
Got into you.
Barkov takes it back for the Panthers. He'll head around near side of the ice, gives to Tkachuk right circle, a shot, and he scores! Matthew Tkachuk out of the right circle, and the Panthers take a 9-4 lead with 12:27 to go here in the second. Linear half towards Duclair to the line. Bennett, Duclair, top of the right circle, down to Tkachuk, out in front. It's off the Canadian defender. Bouncing puck in front. Ellen got a piece of it, and they score! That one rolled in. Aaron Ekblad got the last contact with it. He's got 2 in the game, and the Panthers have an 8-4 lead with a power play goal. And Radko Gudas just blasted.
Got a penalty coming up on
Over
the
on
play.
the other side now. Lomberg came in because there was another Canadian that went in and gave a shove.
They
Gudas
scored
said
down
they
the other
scored
end.
down the other end. Meanwhile, we've got proceedings down here to
No
our
whistle
right.
ever went.
There was no whistle. Pizzetta was in there.
If this
There
goal,
was an altercation.
if this is against Montreal, then Montreal had to gain control of the puck, which
It'll
they
be-
never did.
And it's going to be Sam Reinhart's goal if the play was allowed to continue. He took the shot down there to our left.
If we haven't seen enough already.
See how you walk. Let me see how you slide. Let me see how
Never
you
quite
walk.
heard a countdown montage before, Marcos, going from goals 9 to 7. You're changing the game, dude. You're changing the
all
game.
live, baby. Did it all.
Oh, wow. That was Doug Plagans and Billy Lindsay on the call last night on the Panthers radio network. Of course, your flagship WQAM. Let's get to some cat talk here. Brought to us by our friends at Celsius. I don't know why I sang it there. But anyway, hockey fans, don't sit this
Send
one
me
out when
some.
it's game time. Make Celsius party play and get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy Drinks, the official energy drink of the Florida Panthers. Cats
good
win last night. They hammered the Canadiens. Blew them out. 9-5. Great night. And I don't like all these people who are like, oh, look at you, Tobes, you jinx Bob. You don't count last night's game. Last night's game was willy-nilly, dude. Back and forth. Pucks were flying. One puck got spiked into the ground and bounced over Bob's shoulder. That's not real hockey. These Canadians didn't even know what they were doing. It was a real wild card.
I don't blame Bob, and you haven't heard me say one thing about Bob because they won easily. So, yeah.
Let's hear from Matthew Tkachuk after the game. He had 4 points last night, a goal and 3 assists. Here was Tkachucky Cheese after the game.
If you came 30 minutes late, you probably are regretting it. Hopefully you didn't get stuck in traffic, but definitely some things to clean up, but a win's a win at this time of year.
Do you learn things from a game like that, or is it just so wacky?
Yeah, you do. I mean, they had a very similar first period against Pittsburgh. Not similar, but half of it. And we just, we just got to clean up a bunch of things, but at the end of the day, we scored a ton of goals, so we did good things as well.
At what point in that first period were you guys kind of on the bench looking at each other saying, this is a little crazy?
I forget what goal it was with 9 minutes left. Maybe it was 6-3 or 5-3, but we were like, it's a lot of goals so far. Yeah, I mean, when it was 3-3, that was pretty crazy too. And the 4-3 goal, actually, that's what it was. The 4-3 goal when Eki scored off when it hit off the D's foot. That's like, it's put pucks on net. You never know what's going to happen tonight.
I know for yourself, a lot's been happening. It's 10 points in the last 3 games for you. Just personally, does it feel any different, or just one of those streaks?
It does not, no. When, you're playing with good players and the team scores 9 goals, it helps, I guess, everybody out there, but it's nothing about my game that's really changed. Just go in there with the same mindset, same preparation goes in every game, and tonight line mates found a way to put it in as well.
It really seems like over the last 5 games, you guys have grown really comfortable getting into the game with whatever they give you, whether you're playing a grinding style or getting on a rush. I mean, how's that last 5 games a little bit?
Yeah, but I think, it's good and bad because, we want to make teams play at our type of game. We don't want to just, we play Montreal tonight, for example, and, they score a lot of goals and give up a lot of goals, and we got into that type of game with them, whereas, I guess the one positive we could take from it is we've played games, especially recently where we've won the 2-1 games, we've won the high-scoring games, we've found ways to win coming back, but we got to start getting the first goal, making it a little easier on ourselves.
Yeah, 2-1 filthy. Yesterday was not a 2-1 filthy. It was a smorgasbord of goals.
It was more like a buffet.
Yeah, it was just all over the place.
Yeah.
All over the place. So great job on the Cats yesterday. Back in action tomorrow against the
Can I ask you a
Devils.
question?
Sure.
If you had to pick one, say you had a Hyundai, and you had to pick one team, what team do you feel most comfortable with going on the run? The Heat or the Panthers?
What team do I feel most comfortable with going on a run? Define a run, sir.
More than one game in a row. Or let's say more than 4 games. Gotta be the Panthers, right? Gotta be the Panthers.
Bob's hot, although, was a lot of goals yesterday, but it was a fake game.
Yeah.
Willy-nilly. But I think it's starting to come together for the Heat. I really do. Something feels like it's coming together, dude. I'm just telling you. Something in the atmosphere.
That's a good hot take to have right before your ass go on vacation.
I just think it's all coming together. I do. I'm
You're
not Wild Heat Coyote, Dade South. Stop saying that. Not true.
That's actually pretty funny. Wild Heat Coyote instead of Wild Heat Coyote.
Twitcher.
You gonna get your Acme pom-poms?
Let's get to our headlines here. Brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks. Coming right at you.
Coming at you.
Look at that.
Rockville. Hurricanes take on Drake tonight, 7:25. Our coverage on WQAM gets going 6:45. North Chattermere did practice yesterday. Coach L says if it doesn't swell, he'll be good to go. So we are wishing the best for Omir because they need him. Meanwhile, Miami Heat, they have practice just about now. They'll be on the practice court, getting ready for a little 2-game road trip to Chicago and Detroit. And hopefully they can get a couple there. But I think they are because it's starting to come together. Did you see, by the way, the Grizzlies had a couple things. One, I think it was Mateo Mayorga on Twitter said that the NBA is looking into Dylan Brooks shoving that cameraman. And I got to tell you, something's got to happen there. I don't know what, but Dylan Brooks has got to be stopped.
Can I say it is one of the most frustrating things in sports is when people outside of the game get in the way.
I get you, but this isn't like under the basket. He's off to the side and into the stands, and he braces himself on the scorer's table, and then for good measure seems to give him a shovski. And it's Dylan Brooks. It's kind of hard to give him the benefit of the doubt. He likes extracurriculars.
You're right. He likes the extracurriculars.
He just goes a little too far, dude. But the other thing is, apparently the Grizzlies are now not allowing their teams to stay over what are being called glitzy glamour cities like Miami anymore because of what happened with John Morant. Too much partying for these Grizzlies.
Can I just say, you think that's going to change anything?
Well, they got to fly out. They don't get to stay here anymore.
Okay.
Okay, what?
Them guys got a bunch of money to do what they do.
So
if somebody gonna get into some dirt, you ain't gonna stop that. How about helping these young men learn the importance of not getting into some dirt? Right? That's where you got to go with that.
I mean, she's a wild temptress, that Miami.
I mean, it's like saying somebody get in a car accident because of reckless driving. We just not gonna let them ever drive again. Take the car. They can't get reckless driving.
No, I think it's saying that we won't let them get on a racetrack. I think that's what it's saying. Like some places, are Utah and some places are Miami.
Right.
Everybody was saying Salt Lake City. Great golf, pretty boring.
That's not what Post Malone thinks.
You from Utah? So I'm at the All-Star game everywhere, but I was like, I
mean, he talk about the Utah snow.
think he's talking about drugs. I don't trust him.
In Utah?
What else is there to do in Utah?
There's no alcohol in Utah, right?
No clue. Is there not?
Isn't that a clean state? What is it Utah or isn't Brigham Young in Utah?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's no
They're clean.
alcohol in Utah. Is
I
that
don't
what you're
think so.
saying?
You
Well,
can
I
have
don't think
alcohol
so.
in Utah. It's not a
I know
dry
there's no
state.
alcohol. There's no alcohol in at Brigham Young. Check. I think Utah
Yeah, no,
is
at Brigham Young, there's like a code of conduct, but in the state of Utah, there is alcohol.
Okay.
It's
Come
not like
on,
you're,
Leroy.
it's not like you're banned from having alcohol, but they don't. But they like close early. It's not like it is here.
I mean, it's
They do that
definitely-
thing where you can't buy it on.
Definitely, it's the total opposite of what it is in New Orleans.
I'm rethinking my entire trip there.
Utah.
Are you going to New Orleans?
No, not New Orleans. I was saying Utah.
You going to Utah? You ski?
You gonna go say out of D Wade?
Mm-hmm.
Do you ski?
I'm gonna crew.
Are you?
No, I have not yet. No.
I went skiing. Skiing is fun. Stopping is hard.
Huh.
I'll be honest with you.
I was going down the mountain and I just have to fall on the ground.
I've heard stories.
Snowplow! No, what is it? Snowplow! Snowplow! I tried to turn them skates in and finally just. There you go. And then the crazy thing about it is that I was in college. So, and I'm going to like the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, but it's cold. So you all wrapped up, right? You got all kinds of stuff on, the helmet, the suit, everything. And then you go inside after falling in the snow 8 times. Everybody already know you the guy that can't stop. You just fall on the ground. And then I pull off my helmet and everybody kind of goes, oh, okay.
Why? Why would they do that? What?
Listen, when I was on the Upper Peninsula skiing, you know what they were saying? Intangible.
Take a break. Back after this.
Happy
All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM, taking you up until 2 o'clock. Hey, Snoop Dogg is bringing his high school reunion tour to the I Think Financial Amphitheater in West Palm this August, and we want you to go. For your chance to win, head on over to WQAM.com and enter, and you can be seeing Snoop Dogg with Wiz Khalifa and more. It's a Live Nation show. Those tickets courtesy of Live Nation. Also, you guys want to head on over to WQAM.com for your chance to win a $250 gift card from Dave and Buster's. Dave and Buster's month is back just in time for Hoops Tournament Hysteria. And if you guys want your chance to win that $250 gift card from Dave and Buster's, go to WQM.com and enter on the contest page. And if you win, you can be going to Dave and Buster's with your gift card and have a party. All on us and Dave and Buster's. Eat, drink, play, watch sports at Dave and Buster's in Hollywood. Canes, they get going tonight, 7:25. Hoot hoot, the Owls, 9:20 against Memphis. So
I wish they would have split it up. I know they don't, they don't know, but I wish it could have been like opening night. We have an interest, and then today. You know what I mean? Because then that means if they both win, then we got Saturday and Sunday.
I got you. But it is what it is, Leroy. The damage is done.
I got you.
Tyreek Hill has reacted to Mike Gesicki leaving on Twitter with basically just like a blank face. Like it looked like I don't know if it's a sad face or just a longing face. I don't know what you make this emoji of what it is, but it's just like,
where is it?
Right there on the screen.
Oh,
that's
that's the face that you give Tobin every single time you want to give him a -1.
Yeah.
So you think he's angry? He's upset that Mike Gesicki's gone.
I think him.
Probably bothered.
He probably had a relationship with Mike Gesicki, but I do know that even though you see players go, you understand. So that's kind of like being sad and wanting to say something, but understanding the circumstances and not gonna go out on that that limb.
Mike Gesicki did respond to this tweet from.
Are we really doing this?
Hill. What? Getting players' responses to this? Yes, I am.
It's like, what kind of response do you need? The guy had 12 catches last year. They brought in Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and they have other guys that do it, and they want to tight end that blocks on the end of the line of scrimmage. We knew this was coming during the season.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, here's Mike Gesicki's response. And what do you got the tweet, JFig? No? Okay. Well, awesome.
I don't have that.
You sent it to us today.
I did. I just didn't have it on my computer.
Okay. All right.
But I could read it for you if you'd like.
No, it's all good. I got it. He said, "Hey, Reek, as locker mates last year, I'm sorry you had to find out like this. But I'll still see you twice a year."
He was responding to that text.
He was responding to Tyreek Hill's tweet.
To the reaction, a little emoji.
Right. That's probably, the fact that he apologized for something or having to hear I think that's maybe what Tyreek was.
So he was upset that Mike Gesicki didn't reach out to him himself.
Not necessarily reach out, but just go, bruh, I thought we were boys.
Yeah, I thought you would have told me. You didn't even tell me.
That's what that is.
So what he's saying.
So he responded by apologizing.
Snake in the grass.
No, he's not. Really? Wait a minute. How can you be a snake in the grass when everybody knew this was not going to happen?
Because look where he ended up.
He's not saying that he would.
Hey. So let me ask you guys this. Sometimes when you go to the club late at night, and you done tried to chase down all the hot girls.
I can't relate.
The ones that are left, you gotta just do what you gotta do. I would say Mike Gesicki probably wanted to play at a number of other teams, but his options were limited. I'm not gonna put that on him.
Just saying, reach out to Tyreek Hill. Don't have Schefter break the news to him.
Yeah, that's I think that's what that's about.
Did you see the new way that Mike Gesicki says his name?
How does he say it?
Mike Gesicki.
-1. You what are you doing?
-1.
You are sabotaging the show before you go on vacation.
I'm not sabotaging it,
Yes,
dude.
you are.
He's sabotaging his relationships.
Saboteur.
I'm not a saboteur, dude.
Yo,
Should
really?
have known, man. Should have known with that Ryan Fitzpatrick wedding invite. We should have known.
Yeah, we should have known. You know, listen, smiling faces with
No,
hidden
but if that's
agendas.
the case, he would have went to Buffalo.
He's gonna fit right in New England.
If Buffalo would have had him, he would have gone. But they already
can't- Look, I hope that him and Devontae Parker can have a podcast together called Underwhelming.
No.
You know,
Or they can name it 6 to 8.
like let's just say, oh, you think Tua is the real deal? Well, Mac Jones is better. Yeah.
How long before that comes out?
I don't know. Oh, I'm sure. Listen, I'm sure the slander will be there. Well, Mac Jones, this guy's got.
But Tyreek did the same thing.
Yeah, but Tyreek Hill was right. Like, but
So
at least
before-
Tyreek. Listen,
Wait. So before Mike Gesicki has said anything,
dude.
we've already decided what he's going to say and judged him for something that he's never actually said yet.
Dude, you can't call a burro a thoroughbred. You can't. Okay. Like, all right, you can say those things about Tua. At least you know that the guy's got a chance to win the race. But if your entrant into the race is a burro, then you got no chance. And trust me, Mac Jones is a jackass. What? You just see his face. Like he's got the whole thing going on. You know, like the sourpuss. I don't like it.
It was a bit grumpy last year too.
You would be too.
Just a complete.
There's
complete
nothing.
sourpuss.
Can I just tell you? There's nothing worse than having to be something that you physically can't be.
Speaking of physically, God, last year he did 2 sit-ups and everyone was talking about how much shape he was in. That's something that I'm not looking forward to hearing. How great Mac Jones has come into shape.
They did that last year.
You know
They're-
what? Hey,
Remember-
you know
remember-
what? You know who was in tip-top shape when they played football? Brady Quinn and Tim Tebow. How'd that work out? Give a damn about what kind of shape you in?
Dude, last year they did hashtag Jack Jones and he was a bum. Like it didn't matter, you know, like congratulations.
Hashtag jack it up. Hashtag throw it to the other team.
Yeah. Like he was terrible last year. Good luck. It's
Hashtag McCorkle.
McCorkle.
There you go. That should tell you all you need to know. Our starting quarterback is named McCorkle Jones.
I love it. I love seeing the demise of the Patriots. It's a wonderful thing.
Is it?
It's a wonderful demise, dude.
Yeah, slow burning too.
I can guarantee you they might still end up in 4th place, but you know that organization is going to do something.
No, I don't.
Okay.
They don't have Tom Brady anymore. It's over.
Oh, so you saying it wasn't Bill Belichick, it was Tom Brady.
I am saying that. Yeah.
Okay.
I am saying that.
One of them won a championship after.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's nothing I can say about it because if you throw the championship in my face, we're done. That's it.
I'm not saying Bill Belichick's not a great coach. He's quite obviously a great coach. He doesn't have a good quarterback.
No,
like you can your genius can only overcome so much. Like you think Greg Popovich is a bad coach? No, but he's got bums around him. What is he supposed to do?
He's had bums before, and he ended up with Tim Duncan and the Admiral.
Right. But so like I'm not questioning Bill Belichick's greatness. I'm telling you, I don't fear the team because they don't have the greatest quarterback of all time.
Yep.
So like getting Mike Gesicki doesn't sting the same way. If Mike Gesicki was going to play with a prime Tom Brady, I'd be pooping my pants, but he doesn't. All right. It's not going to be Wes Welker reincarnated.
So in other words, because they lost the GOAT, you feel that you could go at them a little bit more, talk trash, because they ain't got nothing to do. They can't do nothing about it.
You don't have the GOAT, your boat don't float, dude. That's what they say.
Here we go again. What are you doing?
What?
Why do they say that?
I did like that.
If you don't have the GOAT,
your boat don't
your
float.
boat don't float.
That's right.
So I'm thinking, what in the hell does a GOAT have to do with a floating boat?
Fueled by greatness.
I could put the greatest GOAT in the world He ain't gonna keep that boat from float.
I'll tell you another thing though. Speaking of Wes Welker, Tyreek Hill, calling Braxton Berrios Wes Welker 2.0 yesterday on Twitter. That was Goosey's. That was Goosey's, dude. That's Goosey's, dude. That was Goosey's yesterday. It's all coming together. It was all
nice
coming
to
together.
see that, Dolphins jersey.
Oh, how adorable is that? You just want to pinch baby Berrios' cheeks, like dreams come true.
I mean, it looks like from that picture he's grown about 3 inches.
What are you doing now? Now you height shaming. First you fat shame, now you height shame.
It's never enough for you, Leroy.
Never enough for him, dude. Never enough for you, dude.
Come on, man.
For both of you.
Really? Why? We're just having a little fun. We need all of a sudden,
Why are you using Tobin's liners?
I was gonna say that's what Tobin would have said on
-1.
-1.
Wow.
For show holiness.
Wow. And look at Tobes. He ain't gonna say nothing. He's just gonna let it play out. So when do you leave? Because
what do you want, my itinerary?
No, I'm asking for this reason. I was getting ready to ask you how much of everything are you going to be able to take in?
What do you mean?
The NCAA tournament, the fighting.
I'll see it all,
Heat.
dude.
Okay.
Not like I'm not going to the mountains. Like I mean, there's technology everywhere.
I mean,
he wants information that way he can go meet you.
No,
I don't even know. Like I don't ever understand. Like even if I was leaving like right after the show today, I'd still be able to find out what happened.
You're going on a vacation with just you and your wife.
So
you thought you'd be locked in?
No, Margos.
All
If
right.
you have to explain it,
yeah.
I mean, if you must know, I'm going Monday. But I mean, like, you know, what else? What other details you want? You want my address?
No,
that'd be nice if you want.
Dude, I just merely asked because usually when you go somewhere, just you and the wifey without the kids, you ain't worried about no damn sports. But clearly, I got you pegged wrong.
I mean, you know, I talk about sports because you always get on me for, you know, hitting you with hot takes.
Yeah,
like during a vacation.
Can we have a rule?
Which, by the way, I don't understand why. Like, it's not like you're getting extra. You're just getting me. I don't know what the big deal is.
Because you're supposed to be spending time with your family.
I can. So what?
Can we have a rule?
No.
No hot takes during vacation, dude. Take a vacation.
I don't agree to these rules.
I don't know, because I kind of like when he does that. It's funny.
I don't agree to your terms. You ever think about that?
Wow. Man. Now, I feel like this show at that station.
You okay, man?
I'm fine.
I feel like you've been a little bit off these last couple of segments. Like, you know, like
vacation, Leroy.
Are you hungry?
It's,
Like,
you know what it is.
yeah,
It's like he
I
is still deleting his emails.
Yeah, like what do you got going on?
I'm not doing anything. I just came across a picture of my daughter and her date, and I start thinking, was part 2 of my plan.
Texter writes in, you're entitled to your opinion, but would you call anybody a bum or a jackass to their face? Very disrespectful towards somebody who probably works very hard. Wow. Look, if you can tell me,
we do it all the time to each other.
Yeah. Would you? Listen, if you can tell me what bridge Mac Jones lives under, I'd love to tell him to his face he's a bum.
Yikes.
He's a grumpy old troll who lives under the bridge.
Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Taking you up until 2 o'clock. We are streaming live on YouTube and Twitch, Miami 560 WQAM. And I want to let you guys know we're giving away a dual number custom jersey signed by Mark Duper and Mark Clayton, courtesy of our friends over at Sinbad Sports. You guys want to win, enter now at WQAM.com for the autographed jersey. Sinbad Sports also having a live auction in Pembroke Gardens this today and tomorrow. You got live betting on more than 200 items, autographs, frames, memorabilia, jewelry, watches, art. For more details, go to sinbadsports.com. Marcos mentioned this a little bit earlier, but Michael Jordan is in talks to sell his majority stake of the Charlotte Hornets. So Michael Jordan going to become even richer.
Yep.
Yeah. But this is a smudge on the record, Michael.
What?
This is a smudge on the record.
No, it's not.
If LeBron gets a team and wins a championship as an owner, he's better than Michael Jordan.
Wow. Well, he hasn't been a very good general manager. That's a fact. That he has never really put that team together. I mean,
Frank the Tank is all you need to know.
Frank
Kawami Brown.
The only A+ he's really had is our guy Cody Zeller. That was a hell of a pick. Love Cody Zeller. That's our guy. I also can't believe this Paul Pierce is still trying to do this he's better than Dwayne Wade thing. I mean, what a curmudgeon. He really is. Like, it really sticks in his craw that people don't think he's like one of the all-time greats. Like, Paul Pierce is a Hall of Famer. He's a good basketball player, but he's just not fine with everybody thinking that these other guys are better than him.
That's the whole part of the deal with extremely competitive people, right? It's hard admitting somebody else is better than you.
Somebody tweeted at him and they said Wade was a 2-time first-team All-NBA player, 5-time second team, 1 third team. Paul Pierce had 1 second team and 2 third teams. He was top 10 in MVP voting 7 times. Paul Pierce did that once. It's not close. That doesn't even go on the rest of the list that Jalen Rose hit him with that one time on television.
Right.
Paul Pierce says, first of all, I would have made more All-NBAs if they didn't go by positions. Could argue as a top 15 player in the league for 10-year stretch. I mean, this guy's got a lot of excuses as to why he wasn't better than Dwayne Wade. It's a pretty crazy thing.
Well, here's the other thing. The game played is the game played. So, however, they decided to come to that determination of how they're going to select this. D-Wade got more than you, who was getting selected the same way.
Yeah. Also, he won a championship in his 3rd year. Dominating, dude. Like a monster. You know?
They couldn't do it with Fat Shaq.
They couldn't do it with Fat Shaq. They had to go out there and put his little super team together. That's the one thing D-Wade's got on all these guys.
Is that the first super team that, came together with free agency and stuff like that?
I don't know, but you want to know something? I'm tired of hearing about him. It's enough already. Have we given anybody like this much coverage for one championship ever?
They got 1 championship.
No, I brought him up because he likes to compare himself to D-Wade, which is laughable.
Yeah.
We already know. Hey, did you see the reception Dwayne Wade got nationally for his last season? And did you see Paul Pierce's reception for his last season?
They don't love you like that.
They don't love you like Kobe. They don't. That's what Draymond said.
So my question is when he went on his tour, did the Heat do anything for him?
Paul Pierce?
Yeah.
Yeah, we told him he sucked. That's true. That wasn't actually him. It was actually D Wade's last home game. We started chanting Paul Pierce sucks.
Oh man.
Because we had the audacity, and people had the audacity in Dwayne Wade's last season, to praise him a little bit. And Paul Pierce's response to that was saying, well, I would have been better if I had LeBron James and I had Shaquille O'Neal.
Would he play 4 years with LeBron and Bosh? That's it.
Yeah.
And they won 2 championships. How many years did he play with Paul Pierce and
Kevin Garnett? Played a lot of years together. I mean, what did they play? They played like 7 years plus Brooklyn. Oh my God. Remember when they tried to make Brooklyn a thing?
Oh my God. What happened there?
Dude, he's still doing that thing, huh?
I don't like doing it, but I mean, you can't dispute the numbers.
Results, Leroy. So we had this today on Good Morning Football, which is NFL Network's morning show. They wish football a good morning.
Really nice. Really
They
nice.
they had a segment today. Name your top 5 AFC quarterbacks.
Oh,
Ooh, I got it. I got
right.
it. Ready? Let me do it. And this is in no order. Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
You got to go with Josh Allen.
Do we?
Yeah. They're gonna do. Let me go. I'm working my way through. They're gonna go. The Chargers quarterback and
Justin Herbert.
Tua, and hold on. I think I'm forgetting somebody.
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow.
You have not mentioned Lamar Jackson either.
I'm not going to, because if you
Trevor
know
Lawrence.
this, and I'm barely and here's and I'm not saying this. History says this. Okay. That quarterbacks that play like Josh Allen and play like Lamar Jackson, at some point, their passing is what's going to determine how good they are. And that's where Josh Allen will fall off that list.
All right. Well, they had Devin McCourty or Jason McCourty. Sorry, they're twins. He had Patrick Mahomes number 1. Everybody had Patrick Mahomes number 1. If you don't, look.
Yeah. Then you go Joe Burrow.
Then you're silly. Most of the rest of the panel had Josh Allen as number 2.
See, I would take if we had a draft right now, would you take Joe Burrow or Josh Allen?
I'd take Joe Burrow.
Correct. So the fact that they're saying Josh Allen's better, whoever's saying that, I got questions.
Now they all you have on this. You have Kyle Brandt, Jason McCourty. I don't know who the fill-in dude is, and I don't know who the host is. They have both put Rodgers in the top 5. They've all put Rodgers in the top 5. Aaron Rodgers. I mean, you're going off the past, dude. I don't know what to tell you. This is a tough nut to crack. You guys were probably doing this with Russell Wilson last year, too.
Okay, right now.
None of them have Tua, by the way. None of these 4 people have Tua in their top 5. A couple of them have Trevor Lawrence, and then either Trevor Lawrence, Justin Herbert, and McCourty has Mahomes, Burrow, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Aaron Rodgers. He doesn't have Trevor Lawrence or Justin Herbert. He has Lamar.
I thought Justin Herbert was God's gift.
Only to some. Only to some.
And again, if we're basing it off of recent history, Aaron Rodgers was not that good last year.
That's what I'm saying. This conference is stacked. You think he's automatically a top? I mean, resume, yeah, he's won the most MVPs, but he's a top 5 quarterback in the league. This entire panel is telling you he's bar none a top 5 quarterback in the AFC. I don't think so.
So here's how you separate the teams. If you have this many quarterbacks who can say they're top 5, then their team will determine, the separation of those teams. So you're talking about defense, special teams, etc. If you think about it that way, and it's clear cut that Mahomes and Burrow are top 2, right? You can say it's Lamar Jackson in the top 5, but again, I have questions, the same questions I have about Josh Allen. But who has the best rest of the team? That would be the Dolphins and the Jets. So if I had determined that all those all teams were a wash, so you say Lamar Jackson playing Josh Allen is a wash, right? If you just call it a wash, then you go to other portions of the team. You got to take Buffalo over the Ravens because just their team is not there yet. But I get it. I don't get it. I honestly don't.
I
don't necessarily agree with putting a guy who's still not traded to the Jets top 5 in the
He's going to the Jet. Even like, look, he's gonna be a Jet. It is gonna be a Jet. I mean, it's just a matter of time.
They will win games the next couple of years on this formula. We got a competent quarterback and a great defense. That means we got a quarterback that won't make mistakes. That means we got a quarterback who can make some throws.
Give him a -1 for leaning back. He's like, what are you doing? The show in a hammock?
What are you talking about?
-1.
You're like way back.
Camera.
I'm getting comfortable.
Get comfortable with a microphone in your mouth.
You couldn't hear me?
No.
You responded to me.
Well, not in his mouth.
I suppose you can hear me too. I suppose I could be heard.
Everyone, let's do the Leroy from now on.
Hey, what's up? Hey, can you hear me still?
Hey guys,
Hey.
how are you?
Jay thinks Mike's too good, actually.
It's still good.
Yeah, I can still hear you really well.
Yeah.
Go to the next.
Hey guys.
All right, there you go. Perfect.
You're lashing out. All of you.
We are, dude.
That was fun, though. I completely understand why you did it.
Yeah. Get him a hammock. Let's get him a hammock and a headset.
What are you doing? Why you got me like Black Wilson?
Take a quick break. Final hour of the show coming up after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. We take you up until 2 o'clock. I'm going to be out next week on a little vacay, so you guys won't have to hear me, I don't know what to tell you. Although Leroy, it sounds like he wants my takes.
Yeah,
He's gonna miss him. He is going to miss him. Happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody out there. Hopefully Conor McGregor doesn't get into too much trouble.
Yeah, it's going to be a busy weekend, right?
Look,
He's going to be in person.
I will say, nobody likes the stereotype, but those Irish fans, when I went to that Conor McGregor fight week,
yeah,
they can party. I mean, they can party, dude.
Yeah.
They were just like laid out in the middle of the casino.
Wow.
It's just, and they were there for a good time. Strangely, I found the strangest about the Conor McGregor fans, their favorite place to party, was at the fake Irish pub in New York, New York.
Huh.
Because it's not a,
it's
like,
in Vegas.
Even though it's in Vegas and it's a hotel called New York, New York, they decided the Irish pub, that's where we want to go. And they enjoyed themselves.
I respect it.
And I appreciate Schmeeth and Schmolnick wishing me a good vacation in hell. Thank you.
Yes, very nice.
Would expect nothing less. Let's get to some headlines here. Brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Is that a taco?
No, it's a notepad.
Oh, what shape is that in?
It's a heart.
Adorbs. Oh. Couple of news and notes on the Dolphins. River Craycraft has re-signed.
Oh, yeah.
Hold me like a river Craycraft. He's got intangibles. He's catching touchdown.
You should have Cedric Wilson as well, right?
They do have Cedric Wilson, although, he was kind of a ghost on the receiving end of things last year. Trent Sherfield also has a cryptic tweet, and I love free agent cryptic tweets. He just basically puts a happy face and then like a wink face. Or like it's a happy face and then like a sly grin. I don't know if that means he's back. I don't know if that means he's leaving. Could be something. Could be nothing.
How many wide receivers do we have?
Let's see. We got him. Oh, we got Tyreek Hill.
Yep.
Jalen Waddle.
Yep.
Cedric Wilson.
Yeah.
River Craycraft.
Yep.
Braxton Berrios.
Yep.
Eric Ezukama.
Whoa, I didn't even
play
count
much last year.
Yeah.
That's 6. Trent Sherfield's on the fence right now if he's going to be back, I guess. So he's being cryptic on Twitter.
These are all feasible receivers, too. It's not like we have I can understand last year me saying who the hell is River Craycraft. But a couple touchdowns later, you'll learn the man's name.
Of course.
I would say they probably keep anywhere from 6 to 8, depending on special teams.
Well, that's where Berrios comes in.
But that's a position where that position, cornerback, you might keep extra running back, maybe an additional tight end. These are all positions that if you can play special teams, they'll keep you, even though it may make the room pretty full.
It's going to be interesting because, look, if Sherfield doesn't end up coming back, I won't be surprised because it is kind of crowded already. And then Ezukama, didn't play at all last year, had that amazing preseason. I mean, he looked like God's gift of football, but he's a different type. He's a physical receiver. They don't really have that. Got a little, it's a lot of speed. So I don't know. I don't know how that fits into this whole dynamic. What about you, Leroy? I think Ezukama can do anything in year 2.
I mean, who knows? They have a plan, but here's the deal with him. He's one of one on that team. Everybody else is, burners, and he's basically the second coming of Devontae Parker.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't play at all last year. They basically kept him inactive most of the season,
right.
Which I think everybody got to find. I guess him and Skylar Thompson would be the big lesson, and don't take too much out of the preseason. But man, they were fun during the preseason.
Why do you do that?
Oh, they were fun during the preseason, dude.
That's what you do. You are preseason and G League guy. Like you talk about guys like, yeah, look who they're playing against.
Yeah, but they lit it up, dude.
Okay, but that don't bring you up to play with the big boys.
And then
because you dominated guys that, in the fourth quarter of a preseason game.
And then the current tight ends, as Dr. Tobaga points out, Durham Smythe, Eric Sauber, who they just got from the Broncos, blocking dude. And then Tanner Connor, he flashed in camp. I'm telling you, dude, there's something to him, that Tanner Connor. Even Joe Rose was saying that this morning. I was like, see, I'm not alone.
I don't trust nobody with two first names. Sorry.
Why not?
Because, you could put his name, how they put the last name, comma, first name?
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't know if his name was Connor Tanner or Tanner Connor. Same guy. You wouldn't even know.
You could tell me his name is Connor Tanner. I'd be like, oh, that makes sense.
Right. Exactly.
I was like, Rose, Joe, Rose. I don't know. I don't think he has.
Brendan Tobin.
There's no dude's name Rose, though.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was confused. I didn't realize you were talking about Connor Tanner.
I think that, look, if a guy comes from Idaho, that just speaks tight end,
Or offensive lineman.
It just feels tight endy. So
if you had to tell me who's from Idaho on that team other than the tight end, I would say Sealer.
Sealer it on up.
Still nothing on his deal, huh?
No, nothing on his deal yet.
Gotcha. Well, we made space.
He won't
Get out of here, Gesicki.
We'll circumvent the salary cap. Just get him a new fan boat.
Really?
It's like you could have a monster deal, or Zach, camouflage four-wheeler. What do you say?
You got to do a camouflage? It can't be just regular stuff.
It has to be camouflage, dude. Got to be somewhere where we could go sneak up on some gators.
Have you ever been hunting?
No.
Okay.
Have you?
No.
He's hunted anacondas.
Dude,
right.
If the dogs leave a toy in the bushes, I won't go kick around them bushes in my backyard.
That's hunting.
That's hunting.
Schmeathan says Sealer's signing bonus will just be a Bass Pro Shop gift card. Listen, I'm sure when he gets his new deal, he's gonna get a really nice boat.
Yeah.
Like you think you're limited? Like if you're only fishing like in the Everglades or stuff like that, how nice can your boat be? You can't get too big. You got to tow it around.
Yeah, in the eye of the beholder. I'm talking about a nice Everglades fishing boat, not like a yacht.
Oh.
A lot of players want a yacht. Zach Sealer just wants something with fans and propellers, and has a Yeti cooler in there.
A Yeti cooler. Got a cooler.
Another seat for Van Ginkel. That's what's going on. Are we losing Van Ginkel? We're losing Van Ginkel, huh? That's happening.
He's flirting around, dude. He's flirting
I
around.
do like Van Ginkel. He's got great hair.
Does have great hair, but
he was a starter and then he played reserve last year.
Yeah.
So that kind of like, you kind of went somewhere else when you brought in Chubb and brought in all those other guys.
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna miss Van Ginkel more than I'll miss Gesicki. Love me some Van Ginkel.
Because he was more productive here.
You were never a fan of Gesicki's one-handed catches?
Oh, it's fine. It's just like I know that if he was here, he's just gonna be upset. He's gonna be like, great, I'm back, and now I get no catches again. It's
not his fault. Like we tend to look at numbers and determine that a guy's falling off based on his numbers from year to year. That's not the case with Mike Gesicki.
Von Ginkel, though, that hair.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose that.
I mean, he's got. Didn't he star in Silver Surfer? That's Von Doom.
I don't know who you're talking about, dude.
Do you guys
Von Doom.
These names these past 2 days?
Guys,
Von Ginkel starring in Fantastic Four 3.
Guy says, listening on the radio, I can hear when Leroy's leaning back.
Aha.
You just made that up.
Swear to God, dude, that's a text.
No.
Read his number out loud, Tobin.
A guy also says Goose here.
Wow.
Brandon and Tobin are both first names. Can't trust that guy. There's that soccer player named Tobin, right? Tobin Heath.
Tobin Keith.
So it is. Okay.
She's the only one I know though that I know
Tobin
that
Keith,
goes
yeah.
by Tobin.
Oh, it's a female.
Yes.
Yep,
I can see it. I can see it.
Another guy says Seala's getting that airboat. Definitely. First purchase.
Wow.
Have you ever been on an airboat?
Yes.
I have.
They're too loud.
They are pretty loud. But I like
fun, dude.
They're all right. They're fun.
I mean, like, did you get nervous? Because I've been fishing in the Everglades.
Nope.
But then with the airboat, when they just go over the weeds.
No, I wasn't nervous. I wanted I had a great time and would love to I'd love to do it again, quite frankly. Possibly with Zach Sealer.
Shooting your shot right now? Seems
You
like
think he'd invite us? You think he'd invite us on the airboat?
As long as you didn't talk.
Guess not then.
We'll take a quick break. Back after this.
15 seconds to go. Tied at 69 in overtime. Mackay Ashton Langford goes right side to the free throw line. Stops, pivots, puts it up. No good. Battle for the rebound. Wardenberg has it with 4 seconds to go. Moore has it for Miami. In front to Miller with one. Layup is good. It's good. It's good. Miami wins. Miami wins. Jordan Miller wins it at the buzzer on a layup. A left-handed layup. Jordan Miller wins the game. Hack looks inside, takes another long deep three. Good! He rings the bell from the logo. 70-69.
He picks up his dribble here, has to get rid of this ball, and has it out to Wong out top of the key. 5 on the shot clock. Wong needs to get going here. Wong, pump fake, 3 on the way. It's good! Right as the shot clock expired, Isaiah Wong triples, and we have a timeout, Virginia Tech.
Hack on the move. Puts it up there. Bob Romere, and he slams it home. The alley-oop from Pat to Romere.
I think each game is a separate entity, and every game is important.
15-minute lead. Bop, bop. 15 minutes of hoops here for you on 560 WQAM. Miami Heat, they tweeted out well wishes to the Miami Hurricanes and the Florida Atlantic Owls, as both will be in action today. South Florida representative, of course, can hear your Canes basketball here tonight on 560 WQAM as they are taking on Drake. Hopefully, we will have North Chatham-Mere in action tonight, as he had that banged up ankle, did practice yesterday, and they're awaiting that. But, you know, if not, they're going to have to go probably they're going to have to light this up, Leroy, because that rebound will be an issue without Norchad.
Depending on who Drake has. Because a lot of times, you know, these small universities have undersized guys doing that. So you might be able to get away with it this game. But I don't know if you want to roll that dice.
Speaking of rolling the dice, the Heat, they'll be back in action tomorrow. First of 2 back-to-back on the road, as Miami looks to keep things going after their win over the Memphis Grizzlies. Blew them out, a rare blowout for Miami. They did practice today, and they will take on Chicago tomorrow. No longer with Goran Dragic, of course. They got rid of him for Patrick Beverley. Who loves to talk.
Didn't he get picked up? Oh,
he's on Chicago. Oh, Goran? Yeah, Goran's
on Milwaukee.
Yeah,
like,
Goran's on
ruining
Milwaukee.
everything today. Jeez.
Yeah. I mean, you did do your montage with the Boston song.
Oh, but you know, it's St. Patrick's Day.
Doesn't matter. It still makes me sick.
I see. Yeah, like you don't even celebrate today at all. Like you don't even want to deal with green. It's just your hate of the Celtics taking over.
Pretty much, yeah. Like it's almost ruined it for me, you know?
Yeah.
Like they walk around there.
Don't still walk around.
You know?
It was a great double dip, though.
It was a great double dip.
Oh, yeah. Remember
I
that?
loved it.
Strong, dude.
That was good.
But yeah, like, you know, Peyton Pritchard, you know, walking around. Do you think they make Peyton Pritchard dress like the logo?
Yes. Yeah, I wouldn't let him play.
Yeah, but he's too tall. You got to pick somebody shorter.
Yeah, just put him next to Robert Williams. Nobody will know the difference.
It's true.
Or that giant. Who's that giant ogre that they have?
The guy that just
Scala. Yeah, that guy. Oh, what the hell is that? That's Luke Cornett. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That idiot.
Yeah, that guy just jumps.
I'm telling you right now, though, dude. Look, this team, the Heat, they're coming together. It's coming together, dude. I really do feel like this is different.
All right.
I don't feel like I'm being
No,
overly anything.
Don't say it.
I don't feel like I am. I think that
Here.
something just feels
Here.
different over these last couple.
Let me explain something to you. Let me explain something. And this is a fact. There is nothing that the Heat have done in the last month that would lead you to believe that they're going to go and start a streak. I'm not going to say you're wrong, but I am going to say you're not basing this off of facts.
No, I'm not. I'm basing it off of feel.
And
that's why
my decision and my conclusion about this is based on fact. That, yeah, it was a good game. Let's see if we can string a couple together. Like, I'll be fine if they played like they played the other night and didn't win, but still played that way consistently as far as turnovers, rebounds, three-point shooting, or what have you.
D. Siddle says, will you say they're coming together if they lose to the Knicks and the Nets again? Well, no. I mean, those will be crushing losses, but
why? Because here's my point. The information you have up to this point, you should never be putting yourself out there.
Well, the Knicks game, I always put myself out there. Like,
I know, but it's not based on facts.
But I didn't say it was
They've
facts.
done nothing.
I say on the front of it, I said I feel like it's coming together.
I'm saying to you, I don't understand why you feel that way, because you haven't seen anything that would indicate that they are.
Because Spo was talking the other day after a game, and he's just like, he's saying that he recognizes the offense has been starting to come together. And that man always seems like he's got a good pulse of things when things are going to turn around for his team, because a lot of the times he sounds like a kook. And all of a sudden, he looks like a genius. He always has the pulse of this thing before it actually happens. And so I've been just watching. I'm just like, you know what? With the shooting coming around a little bit, everybody kind of going into their roles. I don't know. I feel, not facts, I feel like it's coming together.
But nothing that they've done on the court would suggest that.
Nothing, when you say that, nothing has come, like, I guess not in like 4 straight games, but like, I think you have seen things from an execution standpoint over the last handful of games that say they are playing a little bit different. It is working a little bit better.
Okay.
Stolen McRib says Spo did say earlier in the year they had the answers to the test. He did say that, but they didn't answer the test. They had the answers to the test.
Yeah. You know why though? The answers, they're at the back of the book. Got to play it out. Man.
That's right, like a glossary.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Isn't it a little weird though? Because I kind of get this feeling with the Panthers. I feel like their season has mirrored the Heat, and that I kind of feel like the Panthers have figured it out too.
I don't know if the Panthers have figured it out.
I don't.
I'm not sure.
If I had to choose, I would choose to put my trust in Jimmy Butler and the Heat. But
I think it's more I trust
not Tkachuk.
No, I trust Jimmy Butler more than Tkachuk. Because
Tkachuk has been, but he's, oh my goodness,
he's been.
You don't think he's been balling?
Nobody said that.
Okay.
You don't ball with the puck. You puck.
You know.
Don't ball with the puck.
But mostly, I trust Spo over Paul Maurice. That's just a.
That's a great point. Actually, that is a great point.
As much
as
the
season is stressful for him, man.
As much as I respect the 2-1 filthy.
Yeah.
2-1 filthy.
Not as much as I respect having the answers to the test. And plus, when Eric Spoelstra really did threaten everybody and say that the league wasn't going to find me, I'm like, oh, this dude's on edge. He's like, because he wasn't even, heartbreaking loss, but you could still see he's sharp as it gets that the league wasn't going to fine him for his complaints about their nonsense.
NBA, do not find me.
Yep. And then he was like, you're not even going to think about it. Don't even think about it.
That's like the most serious he got during that whole presser.
Yeah.
Is directed.
Let me tell you.
It's like half a dozen instances we had, with that official. It's neither here nor there. I'm not going to get a fine. And league, you're not going to even think about giving me a fine.
And they didn't.
They didn't even think about it.
Double guns. Actually, the reports are that Adam Silver wet his pants when he looked.
That's better than what the owner of the Titans did.
Double birds.
He went full double birds.
Yeah, he's not with us anymore, though, right? That Titans owner's dead.
I don't think so.
Alrighty.
In his leisure suit.
Eric Spoelstra is a bully, and I like it. I mean, he really does take the NBA officials and give them a swirly, or he'll stuff them right into a locker. He'll take their lunch money. That's what he'll do. Because they're not going to do anything. You're not even going to think about it.
Yep. My favorite is when he's trying to explain to the official what happened. He really gets annoyed when he has to challenge, too.
Yeah.
Because his exact words are basically this. This call was so bad, I shouldn't have to challenge it, but I'm going to just so you go over there and see how ridiculously bad it was.
He's going to shame them and rub it in their face. I'm telling you, dude, it's coming together.
Yeah?
I feel it.
All right. Do you feel it down in your soul?
I do, actually, because I feel the heat. They're in control.
Can you feel it?
I feel it.
Can you feel it?
I see it. It's Miami Heat. We can't be beat. But don't lose to the Bulls.
You can't give him a -1 either because you encouraged all of this.
Don't you lose to the Bulls and Pistons.
I'm not, but we have just struck a all new low.
I think that you checked out of the show more than an hour ago, Leroy.
No, I didn't.
Nah, when he was checking his emails, that's when he was done.
You know what?
I
You're
wasn't-
right.
No.
More than an hour ago.
Last time
Okay.
he
All
checked
I
it,
hear is your chick going.
Fair. No, fair. Here, I'll give you a little peek into the window of what's going on.
All right.
So I'm getting all of these texts for appointments. And so I'm like going back and forth with my wife trying to figure out who's going to do what. So that's what that's all about.
Well, what you're going to do is whatever Big Spoon tells you, because that's what Big Spoon, she gets her way.
It's true.
Of course she does. I'm
She's-
not going to even, I can't even fake it. Like,
Well, look, I understand. You got to do what the wifey makes her happy.
yeah. And then I realized why we had this ROTC ball on Thursday night, which was ridiculous. They're out of school.
Yep.
Yeah. So
I didn't know that yesterday either.
I
was
thought
like,
it was next week, but no, they threw in a bonus day.
I know. I
And it
didn't
was
know that
half a
either.
day yesterday.
They just want those kids the hell out of there.
I mean, I can see it. So your kids at home now?
Yeah, you didn't hear them screaming 2 segments ago?
No, you got them parked in front of TV?
I looked at it. I come out. One of the picture frames is off the wall. I said, what happened? And my son's like, sister checked me into the wall. I was like,
Wow.
geez, you got to have head on a swivel.
Tough love.
Where's your wife?
Yeah, death in the family. She was actually a thing.
Well, you shouldn't be left alone with those kids.
Why not?
Because Tommy's going to get checked into the wall and the picture frame's going to fall off and you're going to think it's cool.
We lasted.
What did you say? Man up, Tommy. That's what you yell. That's what your response is to getting checked into the wall in the house and the picture falling off the thing. Man up, Tommy. Right? What'd you say?
I said head on a swivel.
Head on the swivel. There you go.
Take a break. Play a little You Dead to Me. Back after this.
You're dead to me.
All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Time to play a little You're Dead to Me. So, I've been loving the World Baseball Classic. It's coming down here it's been down here, but it's coming down here now for the quarterfinals. Shohei Ohtani arrived into town recently, Leroy.
How big was the crowd around him?
I only saw a video of him like walking off the tunnel with his team, so I didn't see any view yet. But
Okay.
I imagine it's gonna be. I remember Shohei Ohtani was one of the few guys who, he could draw a crowd here for a Marlins game. So I imagine people are gonna be pumped to see him too.
Right.
Very unfortunate what happened with Edwin Diaz, of the New York Mets. He tore his patella tendon, so he is out for the season. But this Keith Olbermann, all right. So I don't even know what he does. He used to be a Sports Center anchor, MSNBC. I don't even know where he's at now these days. But he's one of these baseball purists, a real curmudgeon.
He's not knocking the World Baseball Classic.
He goes, first Freddie Freeman, now Edwin Diaz. The World Baseball Classic is a meaningless exhibition series designed to get you to buy another uniform. To hell with the real season and split up teammates based on where their grandmothers got laid. Call it off now. No, actually,
that's funny because soccer fans have been dealing with this forever, with loans and then playing for the national team and then playing against their teammates in the World Cup, and they don't complain about it.
I would say this, Keith, how about we call you off now? Because you're dead to me. I don't want to hear you come out here and say, it's meaningless. Hey, man, you want to know what's meaningless? The first 2 months of the baseball season. That's what's meaningless. It's 162 games.
Hey, minus opening day.
Dude, fine.
Opening day is awesome, right? And then, look, we watch baseball opening day, and then we go back to our regular schedule programming the second day of the season.
I love baseball. Baseball is my first sports love. It's a long-ass season, and this is fun. You've actually found something that has captivated a live audience in March. People love to go. It's fun, and it's very unfortunate what happened with Edwin Diaz. I will mention, didn't happen to him during the game. It happened to him in the celebration there afterwards, so
kind of his own doing.
Yeah, so I don't, it's unfortunate that it's very unfortunate that it happened, but it's not like he got worn out. His arm blew out because something happened. But everybody's having fun with this. I feel like it's making me more excited for the baseball season. If anything, I'm more excited for Marlins season because of the World Baseball Classic. It's been a joy to watch. It takes the monotony out of spring training where I get a little spring training out after like 4 days. Now I'm like, these are the best players in the world playing together. I'm sure some owners, like you said, owners don't like lending their players to a national tournament. See the NBA players for the Olympics for any country they go to, or like you said, soccer, or like you said, the NHL. Every other sport does it. But heavens to bits, if Keith Olbermann has to see Edwin Diaz go down.
Let's do it this way also. Every other league does it, and they really don't have to. You are losing people's interest, and this is kind of sparking that interest, because if one of these national players balls out and then you get him on your team, now you have an interest in that player. So the object of baseball, and this is with all the other sports, and they say it all the time, we want people to be interested in our sport. Then we be interested in our team.
What do you got, dude?
So I have mulled over this for a really long time, and I've been hearing about this guy for 2 years now. What is he going to do? Is he going to leave? And we're going to do this? When he's going to make a decision? And I'm tired of it. I'm over it. How much of a difference are you going to make with the Jets? You're a lot better than the quarterback they have, but you have proven on your own team for the last 15 years, you're only good enough to win one. And so I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of it. Great quarterback, Hall of Famer, tired of the sideshow.
So say it.
Who are you talking about?
Aaron Rodgers, you're dead to me. I just went in the other room. I went in the other room to see what was on TV. I'll be damned if it's not Aaron Rodgers again.
Oh, enough of him
Tired
already,
of
dude.
it.
Enough.
Come on.
Sick of his ass,
Like,
dude.
you know what? If you're that great of a player, you don't need the sideshow to be famous, or you don't need the sideshow to have eyes on you. Bet not Luke. Oh my goodness. Let me tell you something. You go to the Jets and y'all start off like 3-4 or 4-5 or 5-4. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Tired of this.
Love it.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I love it.
I'm good.
Bravo.
I'm good.
I want to give you. If I had flowers, I would throw them to you right now,
I don't
like
want
an
your
opera
flowers.
singer who just got done.
I don't want your flowers. I just want this to like
top notch. J Fig, who's dead to you?
Leroy, you finally gave him the answer he's been looking for these past couple days.
I didn't want to do it, and when I went into the other room and I turned on the TV and I'm like, are we bleeping? Are you kidding me?
I love it.
It's like ESPN is like Pickle Man, and they just stuffing that pickle in my mouth. I don't want a pickle.
What's up with this pickle man, dude? Like, you sent me a picture of this.
You know what? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
I did.
It is the worst scam in the world. This guy got a pickle on a stick, and the people are like,
oh man,
what's the pickle in? Well, that's ridiculous.
Like it was so like.
You need to announce Pickle Man is here.
Where does he get the pickles?
He's got a trough of pickles, dude.
Why can't I just pick up the pickle myself?
Nope.
Clearly, then he wouldn't be Pickle Man. He'd just be a pickle salesman.
Peter
Pickle
Piper.
Man means he put it in your mouth. And it looks very like, I'm like, look, not for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Not for nothing.
Stick.
It's kind of something that really don't need pictures.
True.
Jennifer, what do you have for You're Dead to Me?
Marcos, go first.
Oh, wow. All right.
Something didn't work out in my favor right now, but
oh boy,
I'm
swerve.
working on it.
All right, Marcos, what do you got?
I got something that I think we're all going to agree on. Usually I'm here with the shenanigans. Today I'm talking about something serious. Are you guys familiar with the enormous Great Atlantic Sargassum seaweed belt?
No.
What?
Okay.
No. What is that?
Well, it is a stretch of seaweed about the width of Africa. Obviously, it's not a tongue, but I'm just talking about. It is a goopy mass of leafy, floating seaweed stretching across 5,000 miles. As of 21 hours ago, the National Geographic reports it is meandering its way past Florida and throughout the Caribbean, and it is threatening to ruin summer with stinky, egg-like smelling seaweed.
Wow. Even Peanut Island?
Even Peanut Island.
Damn.
I think I did see that, actually.
So vast fields of brown seaweed have bloomed in the Atlantic Ocean, and they are threatening our summer with gassy-like seaweed.
Do you think
So which way is it heading? And is it coming through like a cold front or something? What's happening?
It is essentially coming through like a hurricane. It looks like it's one of those spaghetti string things.
Oh, man. Shout out to Luke Combs.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, it is, heading towards Florida, unfortunately.
Like a hurricane.
Jesus.
J-Fig, do you have your Dead to Me, or is it still unavailable?
You're dead.
Yes. So I don't know what's up with fashion these days. I don't know what's up with these designers. Just making these designs that people are wearing at the Oscars and the fashion shows, whatever they are. Why would you want Is it on? I can't see. Okay, there you go. Why would you want this beautiful woman blocking you?
I was gonna say she's totally blocking the view of the people behind her.
It's kind of like the people who get stuck behind like an NBA player at an NBA game if they have front row seats.
Yeah.
There is nothing more that irks me whenever I go somewhere, and I, being average height, have to deal with this. I don't like it.
Man.
I mean, she does have did anybody give her like a heads up? Like she basically went into the.
I'm sure she knew exactly.
She went to
what was gonna happen.
it was the Oscars. She went to the Oscars with an umbrella.
This is the Oscars. Yes.
I like it.
I would hate to be the
Oh, you
person
like
behind her, not being able to see anything.
Opens into high fashion.
I think it's a good look. Innovative.
No.
Innovative.
Innovative.
What do you call that?
This is something that happens once a year. If I'm sitting behind her, I'm complaining.
I can't wait.
Tobin, what do you call that?
Yeah.
I call that the Kuzma.
Okay.
True.
No, what is it called? I don't even know what it's called.
It looks like a wedding dress.
But here's the deal. I'm sorry.
Wrapped around her head.
I'm sorry, people of Florida.
Yes.
If I wanted to know what that was, why in the hell would I ask Tobin? That's my bad. My fault.
Why? Well, I would know.
High fashion.
No, you wouldn't.
I'm high fashion, dude. You know?
That looks like a coffee filter on her head.
They call me Fascion.
Oh!
Fascion -1.
What?
Quickly.
Man, tough crowd, dude.
Tough judgment as I'm trying to go out to my week.
So you try to leave on a bang, right?
That was it. He fired his shot, man. I thought that was good.
I was walking away. I was walking away shimmying like Nick Young, and then clang.
Because you guys can't relate to my dad to me because
Why
you guys
not?
are all tall and I'm short.
Everybody has sat in front of somebody that's blocking them. It don't matter. Sometimes, look, J-Fig, and honestly, sometimes it don't even matter. That person could be the same height as you, but the seats don't go up gradually. They're all flat.
I'm still trying to figure out how at Heat games we have Mystery Science Theater 3000 watching home games of people walking in front of the cameras. How have they not gotten a higher platform for those cameras yet? Because people are always walking in the middle of those guys' shot because the fans are just leaving or getting up willy-nilly. And then, like, in the middle of the game, you just have shadows in front of the Heat game. They got to fix that.
Really?
I'll let them know.
That's where you would go to fix the Heat experience.
For the Heat on TV, yeah, for sure.
I would have the team win 4 in a row. We won't care about the camera view.
All right. I mean, like a good argument, but it just kind of doesn't seem like it's really related. You gotta, if you're always gonna throw out there, just win and people won't care. You know, I just still would like to see the game clearly. Well, that's our show for today, everybody. I'll talk to you people in a week's time. I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. I wish for many wins for the Hurricanes, the Owls, for UFC to have a banging card. I root for the Heat, the Panthers, and of course, good baseball in the World Baseball Classic.
Why did you just say that like you just did Thanksgiving grace?
For real.
I also...
Dear baby Jesus, 8-pound baby Jesus, thank you for this glorious turkey.
I wish
thank you for the family. I wish for Heat wins. And
I wish for Chris Greer to have a lovely St. Patrick's Day. Thank you for getting us Jalen Ramsey. And though you didn't get us Dalvin Cook, I'm still thankful.
Jesus Christ.
Talk to you guys. I'll talk to you in a week. They'll talk to you on Monday. All right. Well, they had Devin McCourty or Jason McCourty. Jason McCourty. Sorry, they're twins.
But somebody who we all know is Irish. Mike Inglis.
Mike Inglis. Oh,
Isn't Mike Inglis Scottish?
That is unacceptable, Leroy. How dare you? I have never made such a mistake on this show ever in my life.
That's a bummer news for Lonzo Ball. Good player.
Yeah.
Maybe Michael Jordan's like, you know what? I give up, dude. I give up.
Yeah, but he has LaMelo Ball.
Oh, I'm sorry. I completely messed up. That's -1.
-1.
Hell of a Friday.
Hope you mother have a good day.
Listen to WQAM for Cat Talk. I'll look at the Panthers.